Let's learn
All right, so
procedural objects.
Yes.
Man, that
For
word
the
is
people who
difficult.
don't know, for the people who don't know what procedural objects is, it's a mod that allows you to edit the 3D objects inside of cities instead of trying to do that in Maya or SketchUp or wherever. And you can just do it live in game, basically, which is very good for the people who don't know Maya or SketchUp or Blender. Like me. And it's also very nice because you can like customize things very intricately for just that specific spot. It's very, very nice. Very nice.
It's like Move It on steroids, is what you're saying.
It's like Move It if Move It was God tier.
God tier. I see.
Okay, but the first thing that I'm gonna have you do is to go into your settings.
Yes.
And edit the default distance. Because there's a global distance setting, which is basically where it disappears. Because if you make something into PO, it doesn't have an LOD version anymore. It just sort of poofs at a certain distance.
I see. Okay, so it's right now
So
set to 850.
Set it to like 2500.
Wow. Okay. This is gonna lag the crap out of my city from now on, right?
That isn't actually that far.
Okay.
You can probably put it like a little bit less, but 2500 is. It's not meters. I don't know what the unit is, but I've figured that 2500 is like stuff will disappear, but
it will blend in
from,
with whatever's
like,
around it. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, for everyone watching, just a quick remark. I had to drop the resolution of my game to 1080p. I'm using dynamic resolution, so it looks a little bit nicer, but otherwise the procedural objects menu is like totally invisible because it's using the default Unity UI. Is there a solution to that? Like scaling it up somehow?
Scaling it up?
Yeah, because I play in 4K.
That's never been a problem for me.
Because I play in 4K.
I mean,
That's why it's a problem.
I play in 2K. Like, you only change the resolution with dynamic resolution, right?
Well, no. I actually changed the resolution, like the game resolution. So all the menus are like a little bit smaller, but the actual cities menus are scaled up properly. Unity menus are like tiny. So Relight, for example, looks like very small.
Yeah,
but I don't have to use it that often.
There isn't really anything.
That's fine. Just want to make sure that I wasn't missing on anything.
All right. Next update. We can always complain to Simon a little bit.
Yes, I will.
Okay, good. All right, but you fixed the distance, and I just want you to make something into PO. The only law that you can't like make something into PO is if it's terrain conforming. There are buildings that are terrain conforming, but it's very rare. But props that are terrain.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought all buildings were terrain conforming, or most buildings are.
I mean, they'll push up terrain, but that
conforming.
They won't, like, follow,
sorry. Yeah.
Like
I
they
see
don't
what you mean.
follow terrain.
Yes.
In that way, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna choose like a fence.
All right.
Because you can never go wrong.
We're talking about like a prop.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a prop fence.
Okay, sounds good. Let's pick the vanilla chain link standard fence. Is that a good?
That sounds really good.
Actually, this is.
Oh no, wait! I think it follows terrain. Actually, so that won't work.
Okay, I'll do.
You have a chain link fence. If you have the short chain link fence by
Short.
What's his name?
No, I don't.
Nope.
I have the
Just
park
choose
life
any
fence
that doesn't follow terrain.
Just
I think
like the
all
park
of them
life.
follow terrain.
No, but this is like
99...
a tiny prop. Like I can raise it up and down. Oh no, never
mind.
mind.
All right, yeah.
No. You're right.
99% of the vanilla fences are terrain conforming, which is a little bit, yeah.
Man.
Oh, and yeah, Cuboid is saying that Move It is God tier. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Of course.
We apologize, Cuboid.
Yeah.
I can't find a single fence that is not terrain conforming. God
you don't have any fences?
I mean,
you can just choose
okay,
whatever,
I just picked one.
honestly.
I just picked one. Okay, great. This is also vanilla, I think. Modern fence number 1.
Yeah, modern fence number 1. That'll do.
Cool. All right.
So to make it into PO, you just click Shift P or click the little procedural objects button whilst you're holding it in your hand before you paste it on.
Oh, okay. I already placed it. So.
Well, just put it out one.
Okay, so I'm hovering it and Shift P. Great. And says click to place.
Yes.
All right.
And then just plop it.
All right. Now it's invisible.
Oh wait, does it follow terrain?
I don't think it does. I was able to raise it up and down, which means that it's not follow terrain. Like
I guess we've found the anomaly. All right.
Okay. Wow. What a great way to start.
That is going. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this one, no good then.
I saw that you had some Titan fences. They work.
Uh,
The old, the bright iron fence, 8 meters.
8 meters.
I'm gonna do that one.
Okay. Great. So Shift B.
I was POing that yesterday.
Oh, I see. Now it's different. Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay. Cool. So I place it. Great. Is it me or the texture is a little bit different than if I just regularly plopped it?
I
No,
think
it's
the
same.
texture gets to be a little bit brighter, if anything.
Yeah.
All right, but we both have the same fence.
Yes.
And
Perfect.
then this is a pretty easy fence to PO. This is actually a good option of first fence. But I want you to, because this is the 2-segment fence, right? I want you to take one segment and like merge it into the other one.
Okay, you
But
say
be a
8
little
meters.
bit careful. No, like just make it one segment instead of 2. You see how it's like 2 segmented?
Okay. So wait, so you're gonna tell me how to use PO to turn this into a 1 segment? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what do I do?
So you click move it, and then edit on the object, so that you get all of the tiny little plus signs. Those are the verticals.
So wait, move it the mod, or there's a move it button?
Oh, PO the mod.
Okay.
So if you open
move to.
PO, there's a little there's a little plus sign there on the fence.
Yeah, okay. So move to can move it, and then go edit.
Edit, yes.
All right, great.
And then you should see a bunch of plus signs.
Yes, that's what I see.
Where the verticals are. And then just choose the side of the fence that you want to save. And then all the other triangles on the other side, we're sort of just gonna drag them into the rest of the fence to make it just 1 segmented.
Okay. Do I need to click them one by one, or there's a way to like?
You can marquee select by holding down your right mouse button, and then it creates like a little black window.
Great, perfect. So they're all red now.
Yes.
So I just click
and
delete.
Then you should click and drag to merge it into the other one.
Okay, click and drag. Clicking and dragging doesn't seem to be working. If I do the right selection, they all turn into red axis.
Yeah, that's good.
And so just pick one of those red axes and click like left click and drag.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Drag with your left button, as in.
Yeah.
Click down anywhere on the map and then just drag, and they should follow along with your mouse.
Nope, it's not working.
You can also use your arrow keys.
I mean, yeah, the arrow keys do work. My mouse does not work.
But not your mouse button?
Yep. It's very strange. Wow, this is
just hold down left click and then just drag around.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Oh, okay, now it works. I think there was like a lag delay for like a second. So yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so this works. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you should be able to just sort of drag it into its friend to just have 1 segment.
Into its friend. Okay, great. So now they're kind of overlapped. Yeah, it's kind of messy though, but.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, but it's a very simple.
Yeah. Was
now you have 1 segment.
I was also able to maybe delete that, right? If I wanted to.
You can't. You can't delete verticals in PO. That's the only thing that may be exporting it and dumping it and putting it into Maya or whatever.
Okay, yeah,
that's you can't actually delete stuff. But you can usually solve this by just grabbing all of the tiny little verticals and moving them into like inside of the building, or inside of like, for this instance, like moving it into one of the pillars to hide them.
I see. Oh, like compress everything kind of like inside one bigger block. I see.
Exactly.
Let me try something here for a moment, because I think I think because I was slowing down the speed of the game to like 20%, it would like I would have to like click left click and then hold it for like a good 1 or 2 seconds and then drag it, and that's how it worked. That's probably why it wasn't working before. Now it seems to be more responsive.
But yeah, so now you got that 1 segment. Like I use PO for fences like all the time, because there's so many times when you find like a really cute fence, but then when you get to the end of the lawn or to the end of the plaza, like it doesn't fit, it's too long or it's too short. And then I can just use PO to like stretch it or shrink it, and to angle it, even if it's like a multiple part.
Do you find yourself using props versions of fences more than like network-based fences?
I mean, I really, really like the network fences,
Yeah.
but there's not that many like for plazas.
Yeah.
Like for inner city fences, there's not that many that are like nice and clean looking. If that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
see. Question: is there an undo button? Like if I do Control Z? No, it doesn't work.
If you can't move verticals and then Control Z. There's no Control Z and move it. But
Alt Control C. Nope.
No, there's no Control C at all.
Sorry.
There's no reverse.
Gotcha.
You can't. If you've done one thing, you've done it. It's permanent.
Okay. It's permanent. I see. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Hey, Skibbeth. How's it going, sir?
Yes. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's gonna be a great day. I asked my chat yesterday about what they would want to learn with Move It, so I have like a bunch of ideas.
With PO, you mean?
But we're gonna try to Oh yeah. Why do I keep saying Move It?
We're being brainwashed by Q-Boy. That's what's happening.
Yeah, Q-Boy, get out of my dreams. So there's a bunch of different things that you can edit in different ways. This is the most basic thing. Anything that you will make into Move It is basically this, just more advanced. Moving, if you can edit entire buildings, which is like a gazillion of these tiny little black plus signs, and it gets pretty complicated depending on the size of the building. But different things move in different ways. So like one of the things that is just acts in a completely different manner are ploppable surfaces. So if you like just grab like one of like ploppable pavement or something.
Yeah, this is the one I was actually really interested in.
Yeah. This is the most common thing to PO, I'd say.
All right, so Shift P.
Shift P to make.
Right. Place it here in the middle of the road so I can see what I'm doing. First of all, how can you raise things up or down once you place them?
If you're holding it in your hand, you can use page up and page down. If you've remapped those keys,
no, it's
that
working.
like the remapping won't work, but the built-in ones are page up, page down.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, page up and page down totally works.
Yeah.
Great.
So if you edit the ploppable pavement,
yeah, that's fine.
You'll notice if you try to move it that it moves mirrored. Simon has tried to fix this, but he can't figure out why it's doing this. So everything else you should be able to click and drag and it'll just follow your mouse really beautifully and smoothly, but ploppable pavement will move in the exact mirrored, like it'll mirror the way your mouse is moving. So if you drag your mouse to the left, it'll go to the right.
Only ploppable pavement or any of the ploppable surfaces?
Like all of the surfaces.
What do you mean mirrored? I don't see anything weird here.
Yeah, if you edit the thing and try to drag the vertical nodes around, you'll notice that they won't really work in a way that you expect.
Okay.
They won't move in the most expected manner.
So if I go edit, for example, let's say I want to make a slope on a ploppable grass here. So I hold Control to select like 2 nodes, and I would just go page down, which is what I would normally use Move It for, right?
No, that works.
And now it became
vertically is fine.
It became all black and.
Yeah, no, that's another. That was the next thing I was gonna talk about with the ploppables.
I didn't. Sorry. So wait. So before
you just try to drag it, like if you try to make it just smaller in size, like cover less area, you'll notice that it just moves in the opposite direction. Like if you try to drag.
Oh, I see. It's like reverse cursor. I see.
Yeah, it's really weird. Simon tried to fix it at one point because I kept complaining, but he can't figure out why it does that. You get used to it.
Yeah, I can get used to this.
It's a little bit frustrating. But it's anything that has the shader that the ploppable surfaces has. So there's also like a couple props that use it, but it's mainly just the ploppable surface.
Oh, yeah, basically. Okay, surfaces in general. Yeah. Perfect. So I understand how to move nodes. So what happened? Why can I not raise this up or down? Or at least not the way I was doing it?
This will happen with every object, but the ploppable surface will act in a very like different way. It turns, it has that weird shadow glitch that usually happens on streets. Just like amplified to make it pitch black.
I see.
If you move or resize everything that's like, if you resize anything any PO object to be like that little bit too big, it'll disappear. Or if you stretch it to be too big, it'll also disappear when you zoom in. But ploppable grass specifically will just turn black if you move it outside of its sort of like its box. But you will notice those limits. But you can usually avoid that by grabbing all of the verticals and moving the whole grass piece up. So if you still want to have that angle, you can just, instead of lowering it, just raise it.
I see. Yeah. Works. So it almost is as if picks the whatever the bottom or the closest to the floor was, and sets that as the 0, and then you can go up from there. Basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you can achieve any shape, but
So somehow I was just tinkering around with these nodes, and I lost one of the nodes.
It's there somewhere.
Okay.
You must have moved it really, really far away. If you zoom out a little bit, you might spot it. Otherwise.
Oh wow! Yeah, no, I really moved it.
Yeah, it's really far away.
Oh, because it's reverse. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That explains that. Where is it now? Oh, it's still like. This is really weird.
Doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah, no, this is going great. I know I can see the potential here. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm struggling a lot with this, but it's I can see how we can
practice will make perfect.
Yes, yeah. No, for sure.
This is the first time.
Yeah, no, like literally the first time. I haven't even like I don't even know how to like open this menu and like turn an element into PO. Great. Okay.
This is going great.
So deleting, you can't delete specific nodes, right? It just clears the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah. If you hit delete, it'll just delete the whole object. Also, be very careful if you hit the delete button on your keyboard, since page up and page down means like up and down.
Yes.
Hitting the delete button will also delete your object. It won't give you like a confirmation window. It'll just like literally just delete your object. So many times I've been working on an object for like an extended period of time, and then I accidentally hit the delete button. Oh, it's so annoying. So that's a little bit of a hazard there to hit the delete button.
Okay.
That'll also work to delete
okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm sure I'm sure that will happen pretty often.
Yeah. Yes. I think that's like moving around the verticals and PO like pretty much. Yeah, like you've got that down.
Can we do you mind if we try like a building or something that actually doesn't cause like weird glitches? Like what will be a good building that you usually use to like stretch it out and make it bigger or smaller?
I usually there like I can only think of like 2 or 3 buildings that actually follow terrain, so any building should work.
Okay.
You can just choose whatever building you want. Let's try to get something pretty square and simple as like a first building maybe.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, I have these like procedural object blocks, but I think I want to
that'll work.
Yeah, but I want to use like a building first. Let's put this
like
house.
The Euro Row 1, you have that, right?
Euro.
The famed Euro pack. You probably have those. Yeah.
Euro Row 1.
Yeah, that's Fane's buildings are very easy to mess with PO. Very, very easy to mess with PO because he makes really simple, low vertical count buildings.
So by default, it will get rid of all the props, right?
Yes, it'll get rid of the props, and it'll make it sort of in the same category as a prop, so it won't work anymore. It'll be just visual candy.
Oh, so no one there will be no sim spawning here. Okay, it's just like literally 100% aesthetic building.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
But it's really, really fun to PO building if you want to like just make it a really weird shape to fill a really awkward corner or something.
Oh yeah, no, I can.
There are like you can maybe put like a smaller house inside of it with anarchy to make it seem like there's somebody living in there. But yeah.
You know, I was actually thinking of releasing literally blocks like in the like assets in the workshop that are like just a tiny block, like a 1x1 block that serves a purpose, like power and a residential house with this many people, so that you can just clip it into visual houses that don't do anything.
Yeah. I'll send you a link to those assets that are already on the workshop later.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah. They already exist.
That's amazing. The more you know.
Yeah. But yeah, like it'd be great if you could try to maybe remove a floor from this building. So
Remove.
just make it a one-story building.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's a good test.
Sure. So I would hold control and then no, sorry, right click around the top nodes. I'm guessing the roof and all that.
Yeah, the
And maybe
texture won't look great but I just make it a one-story building.
okay. So wait, hang
Make it
on.
a
I need to
one-story
like
building.
be able to position myself in an area where like I guess I want to select the windows, the top windows too, right? I
Yeah.
don't know if you're looking at my thing. Probably delay. Okay, I'm just gonna
Yes, like a
page
little
down.
bit.
Okay, wait, no, I selected the door, so I don't want to make the door invisible. This is the tricky part. I feel like just selecting the right nodes.
Yeah. So I'm going about this by selecting only the front windows because the back windows aren't modeled out, but the front windows.
Yeah,
Then I'm going to move them inside of the building a little bit so that they won't clip through the front bottom windows.
I see.
So I just create like sort of a hole, an indent. I'm making a concave building. And then I'm selecting the rest of the nodes and then I'm lowering it.
Is there a
The
way
roof
to like
should
hold?
sort of-
Oh, I see what you're doing. Is there a way to like a hold shift and like make additional selections?
Yeah, just hold control.
Hold control.
Hold
Oh,
control and then
okay.
you can marquee again and then
Great.
it'll do that.
Okay, so I selected. How are you pushing this like inwards in the right direction? Are you just like using arrow
I click
keys?
and drag usually.
Oh, okay, click
I
and
click
drag.
drag.
Okay.
It depends on what I'm doing. You know, if you want to do something very intricately like left and right, then arrow keys are definitely the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But just I don't know, making a concave building, click and drag
Oh,
is
wow.
probably the easiest.
So I messed this up, and there's no undo.
There's no undo. The easiest way to do it is just to delete and then replop the building again.
So okay, I see. So okay, so go back to the menu. Click here. Is there a way to like see all the ploppable buildings that I have? Is there like a layers list? Is this what it does, or this is just a way to group things? There's like a layers button in the UI, but I'm guessing
layers.
it's
You can it's like sort of Photoshop layers. You can hide them.
not. Okay, but you need to like first put them inside of a layer, or
Yeah. If you click the little the plus sign for the building,
Mhm.
there's like
set
a
layer.
little tab that says set layer, and then you have to first create a layer, and then you can select the building layer, and then you can in the
Let's
layers
see,
menu
set layer. I'm a layer. Perfect.
hit
Okay,
the little
great.
eye button, and it'll disappear it.
All right.
You
So
probably do want to like just remove the building because it's
yeah.
pretty.
So if you're like way
it seems
in,
better
like if you already made a ton of changes and then you suddenly mess it up in the middle, you're screwed and you have to start over. Yes.
I mean, yes, basically. There are I usually I have a system of like getting around that. If I know that I'm going to be working on a building for like an extended period of time and or making stuff really complicated for myself, you can hit the copy button and it'll make a copy. And then if you mess up down the line, you can always go like revert back to the copy that you have on your clipboard.
Okay. All right. So
But yeah.
holding control. Let me try to do what you just did. So I'm gonna select the top part of the house, and now all I do is just page down. Is there a way to like do it in smaller increments? Like
Yes.
you know how
Hold Shift and Alt and then page down.
Shift and Alt. Oh, I see. Great. Okay, it's kind of glitchy, but yeah, now it's suddenly a one-story house. That's awesome.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
But there's like a couple of tiny little visual glitches on the front. There's we're having
Sea fighting.
Yes. So just try to if you move your camera around in like a 3D space, you'll sort of see where the ends of those textures are, like what node they belong to, and then you can just select those and move them away. And or up.
Yeah.
So on the left side there, I see that it needs to just be moved up a little.
Okay, I can actually move the opposite. And oh, this one, I think, right? Yeah, there we go. Great. So the window's kind of funky now, but dude, whatever. This is already way better than what I'm doing, just clipping buildings with one another. So
yeah,
awesome. All right.
Yeah.
And
if you look on the back of the building, you'll see that it's a tiny little midget house. On the front, it looks great.
Yeah, I see. And
so if you ever want some variation to Night Owl, this is how you do it.
I see. This is
Yeah.
awesome. All right. So the texture in the back, there's no way to like edit it, right? Like,
There's no way.
okay.
Feigned has very like big textures on his buildings, but
Mhm.
that's usually specifically him. Most other asset creators will have if they have multiple stories, they'll have the texture divided up into pieces, and then it's a little bit you can mess with it a little bit more then, because then it'll be a texture per floor, and like there'll be points at every corner of the floor.
Gotcha. Okay. I can see the, like, in my mind, I can already see like the ramifications on how I can actually use this, like not as a
You see,
as a
I don't know
glitchy
why,
house.
but I think ramification sounds really negative.
No. I mean
But
that is
yeah,
a good thing. Like,
you're falling down the rabbit hole.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can see my like there's like no gravity right now under my floor. I'm just like falling down into this. It's just gonna be, yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
All right. So another really really cool thing in PO that you can do is you can add to text
Okay.
to anything that you've made into a PO.
Hmm.
So you hit edit, and then there's a button called text customization.
Yes.
And I want you to give your building like a cool sign above the windows. So if you as soon as you hit the text customization, you'll see like a picture of the entire texture, like
Yeah.
in a preview window.
It's kind of
And then
dark,
there's
and I don't know if that's
oh
normal.
yeah, like that's the actual color of the texture of the building.
Oh,
Everything
because cities makes everything
yeah,
super bright, right? Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
So everything on there will be a little bit darker than
That's
in
fine.
reality. But if you add a text field, then you can, if you hit that button, it'll give you like a typing field
Yeah.
where you can just add text. And then I'm gonna name this the best building ever. Just really, really, really nice.
Okay.
You can name it whatever.
So I have a text, and now it's like placed on the top left corner of the screen.
Yes. So to move the text around, you just in the preview window, you just click the text, and then it'll follow your mouse around.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then you just gotta find the right spot.
All right. So
Oh,
okay,
now
and it's reversed too. Like it's showing
Yeah,
up
no,
on the building as flipped.
Yeah, that means that you're just on the wrong side of it. Just move it around the preview window a little until you see that it's not mirrored anymore.
That doesn't seem to be working. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Oh, because it's on
Yeah,
this side. I see.
The text is broken up.
So I actually need to make this a little bit smaller.
Yes, there's the size thing right underneath, so just make that a lot
Yeah,
smaller.
let's make this.
Since we're doing it on a building, it'll look a little bit pixely, but this is a really great way if you want to add street signs or whatever.
Mhm.
That's a thing that you'll do. But people add street signs, or there's a really great like highway sign prop packs, which are without text, so you can just add highway names or blah blah blah. Virtually anything that is text. I also had you download like font packs, so you should have like a bunch of different fonts.
Okay, I didn't see. Maybe you did. Because
there's, like,
one of the
a-
links that you sent me
it
was
says-
like duplicated, but maybe.
Oh, yeah. There's like tiny arrow keys by where it says Arial.
Yeah.
Just click the arrow keys, and you should be able to toggle through the different fonts.
Yeah, I guess I only have
Yeah.
French signs and Arial.
One of the links I meant to send you a font pack, but I'll get on that after the stream. I guess.
Okay.
But there should be like a couple of different fonts, but that's
Hang on, just 1 second. So I know there's a lot of you chatting and same things. I'm probably gonna we're gonna make a quick break in a moment here so that I can actually answer all the questions that are coming in. I know I've been specifically ignoring chat, but like I'm trying to like concentrate on what she's saying, and then we'll do some Q&A if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, it works.
And by the way, use the exclamation multi and leader. Multi if you want to watch both of our streams at the same time, and exclamation leader if you just want to follow Maddie after the stream.
Who wants to do that?
Oh, they should. If you like Night Owl, she's working on a project that is even more detailed than Night Owl. And yeah, you're gonna find that very interesting, especially if you're enjoying this PO session that we're doing right now. You said be right back?
No, sorry, that was my mom.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. I got interrupted.
No, it's okay. All right.
But yeah, now you know text. There's like a bunch of options. You can change whatever, like the color. You can change the scale like vertically and horizontally. You can make it cursive and bold and whatever. But yeah, that's basically text. I mainly use it for signs, but we just had a building, so might as well use it on a building, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. No, but I see what how this could work. Yeah. It's basically just using, I mean, if the asset creator used the flipped version of the texture, it will show flipped. But if it's the right facing thing, for example, like the sign that this building actually has, that's the only part that it was looking okay. But yeah, awesome. Yeah, this is easy. This part at least.
But yeah, we're gonna do. Did you download the texture pack? I sent you a link
yes.
to.
I actually did that before you sent me the links. Because I tried using PO on my own last night, and it was like asking me for textures, so I just went and got Skibbeth and someone else's.
Yeah. So in Find It, just search for procedural objects.
Yes.
And then you'll find these little weird cubes that doesn't have a text. They're called like TMS apparently.
TMS, triangular,
whatever.
Cylinder.
I'm gonna do like, I don't know. Just choose anything.
Okay.
And then make it into a PO, because this will give you a prompt of choosing a texture.
I see. Yes, I see the texture.
And then you can choose whatever you want. You can upload your own textures. There's a top link at the bottom or at the top where it says open folder, and then if whatever texture you put in there, you can apply to the object. So if you want to have like a really custom like yard, you could import like a brick texture or a tile texture, and then you could have custom stuff.
I see.
It's very cool.
And obviously, if you want to share that, you're going to need to provide like local assets to people, right? Like if you're going to publish this on the workshop, I see. Okay. Which I don't think I'm going to do that, but I just want to know what the limitations are. So which texture do you pick out of the list we already have?
Choose whatever.
Okay,
I chose
brick.
like a tile. I think it looks like wood actually. I don't know. It said tile, but I think it's a wood.
Okay, I placed a brick texture. And I placed the object.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, this is mostly just to have you assign a texture to an object.
I see.
But
okay.
It has a lot of really cool like you can make custom anything basically if you have enough patience, because now you have access to any texture ever.
So what's the deal with the shadows though? It seems like that's a constant.
I think that's just AO actually. I don't think, because I don't really have those. It might just be that you have your AO up a little bit.
It's very possible, yeah. I don't even remember how to open the mod that changes that.
F9.
F9. Yep,
yeah.
that's the
I
one.
have my AO at 1.7.
I mean, mine is at 1.
Oh.
So that's not it.
The angle of the sun, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, actually, that might be the case. Let's double check.
It's just late in the, I don't know.
Yeah, that actually has an effect on it, but yeah. It's almost as, it's like more severe on the one side. Okay, I guess I'll have to play with it. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's causing this.
There shouldn't be a shadow. It's probably something else.
Something else, yeah, for sure.
All right, what's the nip on here? The next thing that we're gonna edit is a decal.
Okay.
So
you can edit decals. Fancy.
Yes. I for the longest time I didn't think you could edit decals, and then like 2 weeks ago I figured out like the most. Okay, it's not the most, but the coolest thing ever. So if you PO a decal, any decal, select a quite big one. I'm gonna do like an 8 by 8. No, 16 by 16.
Yeah, I'm doing a 16 by 16.
Oh, we're doing actually the exact same decal.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Perfect.
So just make it into a PO.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for my own computer to work. So when you open it, you'll see that it sort of looks like a box for the triangles, right?
Yes.
And you know how when you raise and lower a decal, it'll fade. So you can't put a decal on maybe on the asphalt part of a road without it showing up on the curb. But if you make this box skinnier, like flatter, so if you just lower all of the triangles until the decal sort of disappears.
Let's see. Hang on.
So if you raise and lower.
So select all the
So
top
it's
nodes.
like flat as a sheet. Yeah, just make it really, really skinny.
Okay, as you said, it's a Alt Shift page down. No.
Yeah, Alt Shift page down should work.
It was working a second ago, but Alt Shift page down. Wow, this is trippy. Okay, so I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, just make it into a sheet. Like make it as flat as possible.
I'm trying, but it's like sort of disappearing.
Yes, exactly. Because you're making this on not flat ground. I'm making it on flat ground.
Oh, okay. Maybe yeah. Hang on. Let me do this again, like the right way.
Move it over to somewhere flat.
Okay, hang on. Let me first get this deleted. I don't think there's anywhere in Night Owl that's flat. Let's try between
Like
these two
an
freeways.
intersection is flat, like the middle of an intersection.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a freeway here. This should be flat-ish. All right, Shift P, place it down, go into the edit mode, select the top nodes, and now page down. Okay, I'm paging down.
Until it disappears.
Okay, it disappeared.
Yeah, just right before it disappears, that's where you want to have it.
Okay, yeah, that's what it looks like now.
Yes, perfect.
One lower disappears.
Then you can, because if it's flat as a sheet, you can actually drag the triangles around and actually shrink, like edit the decal size. So if you have,
oh, I see.
if you
Oh
have an
wow!
odd angle, you
Oh
can
my
actually
god!
change the shape of decals.
This is insane.
I know. But it won't work on round decals. The box will still appear as a square. So you couldn't make a circle like a wonkier circle. It'll always just stay a circle. Yeah, you can make it smaller. The texture actually won't.
Oh wow! I keep messing up.
It won't follow along.
Hang on, I keep messing up the nodes. Like I keep accidentally moving them because there's obviously like I feel like the controls are somewhat reversed to all the other mods that I've been using.
Yeah.
So okay. Let me place this again. So. PO Shift P. Let's delete this. This is the one thing that I'm like, the fact that you can't undo like your little mistake from a second ago, it's really, really annoying. Okay, so Shift P again. Let's place this down right in between the two freeways. Go into Edit, select the top nodes. Alt Shift page down until it barely disappears. There we go. So now you're saying grab like nodes on the edge. Let's say if I can meet the two freeways with the cobblestone texture.
Oh, you can't stretch it to make it bigger, but you can make it smaller.
Okay. Oh, I can't go beyond the size is what you're saying?
Yeah, no, you can't go beyond.
Oh, yeah, it's like stuck.
It is just a texture, so it won't get bigger. But if you it's really, really great if you want to have like that intricate corner. Or,
like a sidewalk, for example, kind of thing.
Yeah. And because it is flat, you can also have it right on top of the pavement, and it won't appear on the asphalt and vice versa.
I see. Okay, so
But
so if I select all the nodes and I'm trying to move them, it won't let me. Right?
Yes.
Like it's still like masking
you're
the texture.
You're just moving the vertical. But if you want to move a PO, you have to click back. And then there's a button called Move To.
Yeah,
and
I
then
see.
You can just drag that everywhere.
So you need to exit edit mode, and then you do this.
Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. And I guess I can copy it. And if I copy it, no, it's not letting me copy it.
Yes. If you copy, you have to click Control V to actually paste it.
Oh, okay. So Control V. Oh, I see.
You can
Perfect.
also do if you've selected an object, do Control C and then Control V to copy pasta.
Copy pasta. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Oh man, yes. This is gonna work great for sidewalks. Cool.
It'll take all your time.
Oh no, I can. It's already taking all my time.
It's gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Um.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna take this slowly. I'm not gonna go insane, but maybe that's what everyone says right before they go insane.
I think yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What else is there? That was all of the things that I had on the on my paper. Let me just double read it. How about we talk to chat for a second?
Yeah, that's probably a good
You
idea.
want to take your break?
Yeah, let's take a quick break, talk to chat, and then we'll rendezvous.
Yes. Remember to mute your microphone.
I will. Okay.
Discord. Yeah.
Bye. All right. Awesome. Sorry, Chad. I'll get it. Things cut up. We got a sub from. Did I not mute it? I click on the mute button.
Yeah, you didn't mute it. You didn't mute it.
Okay, now it muted. There we go. Sorry about that. There was a sub. Hang on, let me pull it up here. Sammy Burgess, thank you so much for subbing. By the way, everyone who subs, who's already a subscriber on my Twitch channel or is subscribing today, can now get access to episode 22 of Night Owl. Not the one that came out 2 days ago, the one that's going to come out next week. I just uploaded to Patreon, but you can get early access via Discord, which actually I forgot to post a link on Discord. Should probably do that now. I have a private Discord server, which has it's only private for now. Eventually it's going to be public for everyone, but right now I'm using it as a way to give early access to the people that support my channel. So I'm about to post episode 22 on the City Skylines channel inside of topic inside of my Discord server. There's instructions on how to connect your Twitch account and your Discord account right below this player. Let me see. Let me bring this up. And also, just a quick reminder, you can use the exclamation multi and leader to both get a link to Maddie's Twitch channel, or you can watch both of us at the same time if your internet is fast enough. What's the process for creating graffiti in Photoshop and then importing into CSBL and then PO? I will ask her that question. I think it's with that textured import thing that she was mentioning a second ago. You might want to pick. This is like me guessing. If I go into all of the elements and procedural objects, you can probably place this flat square, Shift P, and then from here you would go open folder, and you just place your PNG texture here and apply it to the thing. In this case, let's just pick granite. Click to place, and that should probably be your graffiti. Now, what I don't know is if you want to make this vertical, you probably want to use something like this instead. Can I do Shift P? There we go. Yeah. So you can place that, put your texture on one of these panels, and then just sync that against a building. I don't know if it works with transparent textures though. I'll definitely ask that Maddie when she joins. You can integrate Twitch, Patreon, Discord, and have a BIP role. Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Deke. If you are joining from Patreon or Discord, you will get a role automatically. Eventually, there's going to be a private channel for Twitch subscribers and patrons, and then public channels for everyone else. But for now, it's 100% exclusive because I'm still testing things out. But yeah, eventually it's going to be available for everyone. Obviously, the early access videos will be only available for a bit for the people that support my channel. B Schoolhausen is going to get kicked out of my channel now. So if you want to all join and say goodbye to him, as he is sort of campaigning against PO. We don't appreciate that behavior, that type of behavior in my chat. So now this is the PO master race officially. We just joined that. All right. I think let me. Where's the chat? Where's the call that I'm having with Maddie? She's still muted. Okay. If you want to push verses around, use Maya and make assets that others can use. You can share these on the workshop, as far as I know. So honestly, the main reason why I'm trying to understand PO, besides the possibilities of endless editing, it's mostly because in Night Owl there's at least in some of the projects that I've been working on, there's always like very like tiny gaps and like minor tweaks that I would like to use or do on some of these buildings. I'm not planning on becoming this like person that just edits absolutely everything, at least not for now. But you know, this is a bit of a slippery slope. I just want to be able to make smaller tweaks, specifically around like hills and gradients and slopes and things like that. It's very hard to do things with props as they are right now. I end up usually hiding things with trees, which is not like amazing. But if I can get like ploppable surfaces to go at an angle using PO, that's like amazing. That's mostly what I would say. Everyone is saying hashtag PO master race in the chat. Oh my god, that's crazy. Hang on, let me unmute her. There we go. Why is this not? It's taking like a second to work.
Did you unmute yourself on accident?
No, I was just ready. If you wanna return.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Cool.
Just checking.
I'm getting a very strong political controversial discussion on how I should say no to PO in my chat.
Yeah. Don't listen to Jay. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You know exactly who's the one rallying.
I know exactly. I actually have your chat open. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah. Have yours too. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Oof.
So someone was asking if, so for example, if you want to do like graffitis, you would,
Yes.
as far as I understand, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you would grab one of these PO objects, for example, a cube, and then you would pick.
They can't be transparent.
They can't be transparent.
You can't. They're not transparent.
Okay. So unless you want to make a square.
You can always PO graffiti props. Or if you have a perfectly square graffiti, then that'll work.
Mm-hmm. So when you say PO graffiti, like existing graffitis, like that also won't
like
make it okay, but it won't make it transparent even if the texture.
Oh no. If it is transparent before, like if it's a prop that's transparent, that'll work. But you can't add a texture that has transparency.
Okay. So I see. So even if it's like a PNG with transparency, it's not gonna work.
No, it won't work. It won't work.
All right, so you got to make your graffiti square. You wish what?
But yeah, I wish it would work to have, PNG transparency, but no, nope.
Close enough.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing, we're just jumping right back in. We're gonna check out the general tool.
Sure.
So if you hit edit on on any PO object, just hit edit.
Edit. I'm in there.
There's delete general tool back and text. So we're gonna hit general tool.
Yes, I'm there.
That'll give you like sort of the Planet Coaster axiom.
Oh my god, that's literally what I was gonna say. It just turns City Skylines into Planet Coaster.
Yeah, it works in the same way. Just grab it and then move it around. Mm-hmm. It's very, very responsive if you want to move something intricately up and down. Because if you do page up, page down, it does do quite a jump.
I see.
So this is how you intricately move it up and down. Like if you have a bench that's floating or whatever, it's probably easier to use this than to use page up, page down.
Okay. So let's see. Let me try to make some like quick edits here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I can. You can't select nodes this way though, right? Or can you? No, it's just when you go into general tool, it just creates the gizmo on the object, but not on the actual nodes that you had selected.
Yes, no, only the whole object, not individual. But yeah, once you have the gizmo open, you can hit Control to get different modes. So if you hit Control once, you'll get scale, and if you click page up, page down, you can scale the object. This will work for everything. Like the whole building will scale.
Oh, page. Okay. There's no gizmo. You just switch modes. Like the gizmo disappeared when I switched to scale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you won't. you're not using the gizmo, you're just using scaling.
Yeah, okay. And if I do control again, I get rotation. So, oh wow, this is like, oh, it's rotating on
Yeah.
I see.
So for rotation, you can also use your arrow keys.
Okay, I
rotate
rotated way too much
and-
that now it's gone.
It's probably just upside down. You can probably just move it up. So if you hit tab 2 more times, you can get the gizmo back and then raise up, probably. Realistically, it's just in the ground a little bit.
I see. Position, scale, rotation. Great. So you can use your arrow. Oh, I see. So arrow keys to rotate on the X axis, and then page up and page down on the Y.
Yes.
Something like that.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is handy.
But yeah, that's the general tool. Also in the general tool menu, you have render distance.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was looking at right now. Yeah, I was just
yes.
zooming out to see how far I could see this thing.
Yeah, you can always set that as lower, but my go-to is 25-ish.
Yeah, that's why I set it to.
But if you have like a big building, some like I've PO'd like half of the buildings in my airport are PO objects because I've like edited it in some way. I've made the render distance much larger because then when I zoom out, my entire airport disappears.
Yeah, that's not good.
But if you have like a prop or whatever, you could set it as lower.
Gotcha. Okay. So basically, when you go into the general tool, so the setting that you made me change in the options is like the defaults for everything, but you can then set specifics to each of the objects. Gotcha. Cool. All right. I was trying to set like one of these like signs that are part of this.
Yeah. You want to add some text to it?
Yeah, I was trying to. Yeah, I need to like remember how to like Shift P instead of just literally placing the thing. All right.
You can also hit the button, the procedural objects button, when you're holding it, to also convert it.
Gotcha. Okay. So to add text, I would go to Edit, Text Customization, and I need to move the camera. Add text field, and I don't know, 9 or whatever. And put it there, and it's invisible.
Those signs are definitely the easiest ones to use.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're like literally designed for you to add text on them.
Yeah.
Color. How do I change the color? There's no like.
There's it
RGB.
says RGB there. There's like 3 sliders. Just pull them all to the opposite side.
Yeah, bring that to 0. Make this big. Oh my God, it's showing up. That's amazing. Oh my God, this is gonna be so epic.
But yeah, to move the text is just click and then move your mouse. It's not click drag.
Click drag.
I forget that sometimes.
Yeah, I get it. This font is weird. French signs L1. Why is it like?
I don't know. French signs don't make sense. Don't.
Oh, because it's in French. This is what Nidal will be in French.
Yeah.
Totally. Of course. Yeah. Let's go back to Arial.
Cool. I thought I would change it to a white flag, but yes, it just makes it that.
All right. So you go there. Oh,
but when you download the more fonts, you'll get like different fonts.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's like 15 or 20 different fonts.
But, and I'm guessing that those packs have like the American like fonts for roads and the European ones and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
there's also like some common ones like Helvetica. You'll get
good.
Just common.
That's actually very good. So let me ask you this. So all these things that I just made, right? So if I save the game, like how does it get saved? Like if I send this save game to someone else,
they're saved.
They're saved in the. They're baked in the save game.
They are baked into your save game. There is an export function.
I see.
You just select the objects that you want, and then I think it's edit general. Shit. Oh right. Edit object name. And then you just type like sign or something, and then save. And then you have, and then it's saved.
Okay. And how do I retrieve that? It's somewhere on my computer.
If you go to I think it creates a save, like a file format somewhere. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
It's somewhere in your config files. And then if you hit the procedural objects button, there's like a saved object. Because I sent you the config file for whatchamacallit? My boat.
Yes. Oh yeah, I remember that. The ferry.
Yeah, I don't know if you. And then these are where all your saves are. If you hit
Okay.
the saved objects,
I have no
there
idea what
should
that.
be a link.
I have that file somewhere on my computer, but I have no idea where.
Yeah, I don't know where to put it. I couldn't tell you where to put it, but I did retrieve it, so it is somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then if you just click place, it'll let you
So
plop a copy of it.
okay, so saved objects. Oh, I see. Okay, great. So if I want to place more of these signs, I just do that. It didn't. Oh, wait. It didn't bring the texture, the night owl texture, though.
Oh, it does. Wait, it doesn't save that?
I don't know. I mean, I just tried and it didn't work. Can you double check for me? Yeah.
It should work, but now I'm questioning myself as to if that is the case. Maybe it doesn't do that. That would be very sucky.
Let's actually try something different. Let me try modifying the shape of this.
Yeah.
Make sure.
100% it saved the shape, but I did think it saved the text, but I guess why not?
Let's call it weird shape sign. Let's bring this back to 50 something. Back and then saved objects. Weird shape sign place. Yeah, it's not bringing up the name, the texture basically.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Well, mostly because I just wanted to like clone this. I guess I can just copy and paste,
yeah.
right? Actually, so
Yeah.
Control V.
Select Control.
Yeah, Control V does work with the texture.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Okay.
But weird that it doesn't save with export.
Huh.
Never noticed that mistake before.
I think
but I guess
Skibbit was saying that. Yeah, it doesn't save the textures.
it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Close enough. Close enough.
As
Oh
long
man,
as you can copy pasta it.
I'm gonna add a lot of signs now, man.
Gotta
Never gonna
download
get this
the,
project done
highway-
now.
Highway sign.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay, great. Oh right, there's a bunch of hotkeys.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've covered all of them except for to maintain height. If you hold H if you've copied a thing that is floating in the air and you want to have it, still be floating when you paste it, just hold H for height.
H. Wait. I'm not entirely sure. So I have I did Control V, so now it's like following my cursor.
Yeah.
It's not being placed. So what do I do next?
Oh, you copied the sign? I think the sign is still on ground. But if you did page up and then copied the one that you just elevated, it should fall back to the ground if you paste it again.
Sorry, come again. So if
you lower it or raise it and then copy pasta it again, it should spring back up to ground level. And then you can try the H. So copy the one that you lowered or raised and then paste it.
So copy, paste it. Okay, now it's back on the at
so
the
just
same
hold
height.
H.
And if I press H, oh, I see. It
drops
keeps
down.
the okay, great. I see.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember that, but that is very useful.
Yeah, you're gonna get a cheat sheet for all the.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah.
But yeah, we're done with shortcuts. Checking that off my list.
Cool.
Great.
Someone is Hydrogen is asking what is the deal with prop count and PO.
So Unity has limits for everything. Prop count is I don't know why they chose that number, but they chose a pretty low number.
65,000. Yeah.
Which isn't actually a low number, but whatever. But when you convert something to PO, it's neither like the thing that it was. Like if you had a building, it doesn't convert it to a prop, but it's also longer a building. So it's like the PO limit. With the PO limit, I think it's like 2.5 million.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it doesn't count towards it at all, because it's no longer technically a prop; it's technically a PO object.
I see. So it's like a new type of entity.
PO to your heart's content, yes.
Okay. So if you want to save on props, you might want to convert some of them to PO. Is what you're saying.
Cuboid just said that PO limit is 2 billion. Never mind, my mistake.
Wait, 2 billion?
Yeah, I don't think he's bamboozling us on that. I think the actual PO limit is 2
I dare you actually have that on your save
game. Oh,
game.
it'd be so laggy. Like at a certain point though, when you've started plopping PO, especially the copy pasta or converting to a PO object gets a little bit laggier. Also depending on the complexity of the thing. Like if it has more nodes, it'll take a little bit longer to become like a PO object. But
That makes sense.
now I have 14,500 PO objects ish, and my copy pasta I have to like just takes a little bit for it to copy pasta even the most basic thing. But I didn't notice that until I hit like 10K maybe. So
I see. I can actually delete, like, hold and delete all of them. This is so cool. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's also a built-in align height feature, sort of like the same with Move It.
Mm-hmm.
So select the object that you want to align the height to, and then click another node.
Let me try it. Okay, so Shift P. Let's place a checkered copy, and
I'm just watching. I should just fully leech.
Okay.
Just watching your stream on screen.
Okay, great. So I'm pasting the same object a couple times.
Yeah.
With H, it keeps the height. Great. All right. So let's move it like way up. Anyways. All right. So I have these 3 objects that are at different heights. How do I align them?
Yes. So select the 2 that you want to align with the third.
Yeah. Oh, align heights. There we go.
Hit align height, and then select the final ball.
Boom. Done. Nice.
Easy peasy, lemon
Easy
squish.
peasy. Yeah, for sure. What? There's some weird object. Wait, what's happening here? I saw some like distant PO things that I don't know.
I don't know what did you put over there?
Delete.
Or just hit delete.
Yeah, whatever it is. I'm probably not gonna need it.
Yes. Awesome.
So, so can I do this on a tree, for example?
Trees don't work because they technically with in-game rules follow terrain.
It's like a totally different.
So
so is that the limitation? Like whatever follows terrain is not allowed.
It won't appear. I mean, it'll be a PO object, but it just won't appear.
I see.
Like
yeah,
visually, you can't. It's invisible. Like it won't work. But anything, yeah, anything else will just work. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay, great.
But there are exceptions to the rule, like we saw with the fence. But those are mainly vanilla objects that happens to.
Good. Very cool. Okay. Can you do like group selections, for example? So in this case, these 3 spheres that I have, like can I like scale them all at once? So let's say I want to make boulders, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
You can't edit multiple things at once. That would be really, really cool. But no. If you were to want to do that, like with 3 different things, I'd edit one and then copy paste.
I see. Okay.
Wait, Cuboid says that you can. What are you talking about, Cuboid? You think you know PO better than me?
Probably.
As long as they're not terrain conforming. Wait, are you talking about trees? Oh, you were talking to Skevd. Oh.
Okay. Oh yeah, I wasn't sure if he was talking about
something.
like scaling all these at once. Okay. Well, thanks, Cuboid.
Distracting us.
So actually, talking about Cuboid, so I hear that Move It soon-ish TM may allow us to tinker with PO, like the actual Move It mod.
In Iffy.
Ooh.
I don't know which update it's gonna be. I don't know when, but it's gonna allow you to.
It may be the version that I'm running right now.
Maybe.
Oh, there's a PO thing now. It's not. Doesn't seem to be working. Maybe I'm doing this wrong.
It should work.
I mean, I have PO selected. And
right. Never mind. That's a setting actually. So you have to go if you open your settings.
For Move It.
Yes, find the options.
Just so that everyone knows, this version of Move It is not out. Like Cuboid, like literally sent me a beta last night.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear.
Move It. There's limit Move It to only PO selected and highlight unselected. You can just disable the top one for now.
Okay.
And now you should be able to.
Oh, oh wow.
Select them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now it just behaves like a regular. Oh man, this is way more useful.
Yeah. I just wanted to show you the difficult way because the beta isn't out yet. So if anybody else was watching.
What do you mean the difficult way?
I mean it is a little bit more difficult to raise and lower stuff without Move It.
Oh, I see.
Just
I see.
PO.
Yeah, because you
Because
actually go into the
updated
menu
now,
and yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, great. So I'm guessing, Cubo, does this reset like the positioning that PO like sets for these
Yes.
objects? Like once you use
Yes.
move? Okay,
So you could technically align height with them within Move It as well.
interesting. Let's try that real quick. So I can do Control H, right? Yeah, and select this one. Maybe this one. Yeah,
It's
okay.
fun. It's
that
fun
worked.
watching you try this because it's it's really cool watching somebody learn PO. It's very interesting.
Except for Jay. Jay is not happy about me learning
That's
PO.
true. He's sitting there at home just seething, frothing at the mouth. Just PO. Who needs it?
It's okay, Jay. We'll still love you, man. It's all good.
Will we though? But yeah, cool. I feel like you should just go into the wild and try it. Do you have a corner of Nidal that just needs a really
Well,
messed up building?
Let's take a look. There's so many corners
Yeah.
of so okay. So I was telling people that episode 22 of Nidal is out for early access, so I don't want to like spoil it. It's like right
Yes.
behind the camera, but I was
Oh, shit.
hoping that
careful.
like so for example, this is a common problem that I have. Now let me slow down the simulation just a little bit here. So I have a this like exposed cliff, and there's a bit of a gap here in between the retaining wall, and that I want to cover it with, I don't know, like grass, like a diagonal sort of grass, ideally pluggable surfaces.
The wall or just the cliff face?
I just want to like here. Let me move it. So I want to, for example, bring this wall a little bit out from the cliff edge, maybe actually just follow the contour of the road, something like this. And then I want to have like a slope of pluggable grass meeting the texture and the wall. So like you see this like gap, you're probably going to see it in a minute. The gap between the cliff and the retaining wall. I want to sort of add a bit of a gradient with grass. So
you're thinking of like having it on a slope, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not trying to scare you, but the thing that you're describing is like probably the most difficult thing to do and Move It, specifically because you're gonna do it with ploppable grass. If you were to do it with any other thing, it'd be like a hoot. But since it's very you can't click drag or minutely fine tune the up and down like vertical height of anything. You have to use page up, page down. It's very difficult to get two matching angles because I mean, if it's like a completely straight line of the exact same angle of grass, that's doable.
Yeah. But if it's at an angle, then you're screwed.
But if it's at varying angles or like varying direction, if it's like follows that curve, I mean, I say go for it.
Well, so here's
the
an alternative that I'm thinking. If you look on my screen right now, I have all these procedural dummy objects. And if I grab a square, I can maybe paint this with a grass texture. So do you know if one of the texture packs that you gave me or you sent me actually matches the theme grass by any means? Or
no, that doesn't work because that needs to be a prop. You have to use the procedural or the ploppable surface grass for it to match the texture.
I see. Okay. So wait.
But
So let me try to
find something that's similar.
Okay. Yeah. Let me find something that's similar. The problem is that I don't see the thumbnails properly of the textures.
Yeah, they're dark.
Yeah, they're really dark. So Shift P. Let's see. Stone. The first one that I tried didn't work quite nicely. These are all tiles, wood. I guess I don't have a whole lot of options here. I guess let's go with this one. Yeah, this one doesn't match. It looks like radioactive grass compared to mine. What else can we do here that would look good to address this gap?
I'd put just flat pieces.
Well, but I can do that without PO.
You can just do that without PO.
Exactly. I guess I'll just play with this one. Hang on. So
just jump in.
Yeah, so move it to here. So it's placed. Let's go edit. So what I want to do is select these nodes and bring it up. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's kind of stretching the texture a little bit, but uh-oh. This is what I'm really worried about. Like just stretching it accidentally. How big do you usually make these?
Like it'll get to a point where when you zoom in, it'll disappear. You can make it virtually any size. But since you just want to make the whole thing bigger, instead of dragging the nodes out, I would actually resize it. So I would click General tool and then resize to make it bigger.
Oh, like scale it, you mean?
Yeah, scale-wise, yeah. I just resize it.
Okay, and it will repeat the texture. It's not going to actually stretch the texture. I see.
Oh, and because you've added a custom texture, there's also a please don't stretch my texture button in the general tool as well.
Okay, so go back to edit, general tool, texture,
There's
UV
like
mode,
a
repeat.
Texturing. Yeah.
I see. Is there a way to like actually scale the texture down? Because that would actually solve the issue that I'm having. It doesn't seem to be the case.
I don't think so.
Customization? No. Yeah,
Gib
no, that
might
doesn't.
actually be able to answer that better than me.
What about a PO wall that slopes up to the top instead? Well, yeah, that could work. I don't want to have like a giant wall though. I want it to have like some kind of intersecting, like basically different textures. Because honestly, it can even like stretch this network that I already have there. But this is kind of what I was thinking. And then since I have grass here, I can just straight up go pick up some fancy trees and place them on top, and that will like sort of hide the imperfections. The whole point of the grass is to not have to place trees on the cliff, which wouldn't make a whole bunch of sense. But this looks like promising. I just need to find a texture that matches Hadiz's map theme, which I guess I can export it on my own, probably, like from the map theme.
You can just add whatever you want.
Yeah.
Maybe ask her if she has a copy.
No, I think isn't there like a new mod that allows you to extract whatever, like all the textures from every asset?
I mean, she might have it on her computer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
She is.
I don't want to bother her.
Like
She's probably busy.
Yeah. She keeps posting pictures of her pet mouse. She seems very, very
not busy.
No, she's a nice lady. I shouldn't be mean.
She actually was asking me about. She left a comment on my previous video actually about the. Apparently, I don't know which mod I recently disabled or what the hell I did, but now like I'm getting the sprites for the stones on the gravel texture.
Ooh.
Which wasn't a thing. I honestly don't mind. I think it looks actually pretty good. But she was just curious to like why those were there. So I don't know. I honestly couldn't answer the question.
I sort of wish I had that.
Oh, you don't have sprites?
No, I do have sprites, just not on my gravel, I don't think. Maybe I've disabled that, honestly. I might have disabled that.
I think there's a mod that disables it, but like here.
Yeah.
I can actually kind of see it.
Hide sprites. Where is it?
Okay.
It's called hide sprites, I think, right?
So, do you have a I mean, obviously I would to play, if I really wanted to cover this with grass, I would have to play a bit more with it. But my question to you is, what do you think we can, there's another thing that we can try to like, sort of get the most out of PO and Night Owl, for example? Like, can you think of anything like maybe a building, maybe like, I don't know.
Like the thing that I think you could do with buildings. Do you have like a wonky corner? Like,
I have so many wonky corners.
There you go.
Okay, let's find a wonky corner then. Let me see. Let's go over here so I don't spoil anything.
Especially because your roads are so like weirdly angled.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can probably find a bunch of corners that could use some help.
Let's see. Okay, so here's one. I have a triangle shape corner that has.
Sorry.
What stop?
Sorry, no, sorry. I muted myself on OBS instead of Discord. Sorry, my bad. Keep going.
So wait, so you actually had a mute stream?
No, yeah, I'm talking to my chat, sort of.
Okay.
yelling at them to be nice. But
By the way, for those of you just joining in, Maddie's teaching me how to use procedural objects so that I can actually start tweaking things in Nidal. You should follow her. The link is, you can use the !leader to get a link to her channel. And she's also streaming right now, so you can use multi and watch both of our streams at the same time. Just would like to remind everyone that that's an option. So yeah, let's do something here on this like tiny corner. So this is I think this is an Armesto building, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes, PO yes, PO that. Yes, great idea. I've never been so up for anything before.
Are you talking to your chat or me?
No, I'm talking to you.
Okay, cool.
Please make please edit his buildings, please.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I have a crematorium built into it, which probably not great for this example. Let's move it out of the way for a minute here. I guess we can actually edit both of these and turn them into one building. That could be a thing. Oh, it will lose functionality.
Remember that it won't
though.
be a crematorium, like it'll just be a
and this is also
but
a clinic, so
when I send you the tiny little like invisible sort of rabbit hole-y buildings that you can put inside of your PO, there is a crematorium one, so it could also just be you can put that in there later, I guess.
Wait, you actually send me the links?
No, there are rabbit hole buildings. I didn't send them to you yet.
Okay. Actually, can you send them to me right now?
Those? Yeah. Hold up, let me find them.
Sure.
But yeah, you can start by POing that, and I'll figure this out.
I guess we can add a proper hospital functioning block later. Okay. So, can you convert an existing building into PO, or do you need to like place it from scratch?
With Move It, yes.
With Move It, okay. Ooh.
So
cuboid.
just hit procedural object button is when you have it selected.
I have it, but nothing is happening.
You have to have that toggled and then select it and then hit Shift P.
Oh, Shift P. Okay. Oh, right.
I see what you were doing.
There we go.
Just shift, like the actual procedural objects button.
Cool. Yeah. Oh wow, this is so trippy. It's like duplicating it for like a second. I think. Oh wait, no, it is
because
actually.
you're still holding it. You're still holding it. Just hit Escape.
Hang on, let's delete that instance. There we go. Great. Okay. So let's exit out of Move It. Let's go into PO. Let's go to Edit. Wow, so many notes. Yeah. Where do you even begin on a situation like this?
I'd probably look around to see like how it makes sense in my head. Just try to find where all the nodes are.
Yeah. So I guess maybe like select this edge. Yikes. I'm like really destroying this building right now. Is there a way to like quickly hide the? Yes, I guess just click on back.
Hold Shift. Hold Shift.
Oh, Shift.
And they'll disappear for a second, but you won't be able to select anything.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I just want to be able to see what I'm doing.
Visually gone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this. I don't know if this is gonna work because I'm like glitching out some of the corners here. Let's see if I can bring this back to what it was. I can see how like you can start correcting the building to your heart's content. Man, I'm just making a mess out of this thing. Yeah, I don't know if this was like the best choice for editing. I mean, that's already like looking slightly better, I think, but I kind of messed it up.
Yeah. I'm not saying that you messed it up, but I think I don't think you messed it up too much, honestly.
No, I know, but like if you look at the details, it's all messed up. But honestly, I've been clipping buildings with one another all over Nidal, and you can see like imperfections everywhere. So like, would it help for situations like this where you have like a house and you want to like skew it so that it kind of follows? No, I guess that wouldn't make a lot of sense. Actually.
You can rotate it, like just tilt it.
Just have a house with a floor that's
the whole building would be tilted.
Yeah, no, that's probably not a good idea.
I guess you could also intricately like move up all of the nodes, because you can't select multiple nodes. You can't align it very easily if you want to just raise like one edge of it,
Mm-hmm.
you'd have to intricately move up all the nodes until it looks like it's sort of right.
I see. Wait,
But it is totally doable.
hang on. I have an idea. What if we do something like this? If I copy this building that I already like Frankenstein and go into edit mode, and so if you delete the nodes, will it keep the other ones? No, right? Like if I select half of the building and delete all those nodes, will the other?
I mean, you can delete them.
Oh. Oh, so the only thing I can do is just move them inside of one another.
Yeah.
Okay, because what I was thinking is maybe I can just keep the building facade, just like the windows, and like literally clone panels of windows to form my shape. So let's see if I can get that done. I'll probably have to like keep tweaking this. Oh my god, I'm just really destroying this. How can you like? Do you have a technique on how to like do this a much more efficient way?
How to hide them?
No, not how to hide them, but just in general, how to like avoid crazy deformed buildings.
Being careful?
Yeah, I feel like
I don't think it's anything specific that I can just say and then magically you'll be better. I think it's just a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I did really mess up in the beginning.
I see. I'm really struggling with the reverse controls. Like I feel like I want to use left click when it's right click and vice versa all the time.
Yeah. It's all about getting into the habit of it, really.
Yeah. There's no way to remap the controls, right?
No.
That's okay.
Sadly.
Okay, so I have a much more simpler version of this building, which actually looks not too bad. I mean, obviously it looks like it just went through like an earthquake, but
if you just want like the facade for that, you could take the building that you have now and like clip it into something else to hide the oogloo part, and then the facade looks fine, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can copy this, paste it, and now I have. I mean, it's still kind of a broken facade, but it's not too bad. I can actually edit this further if I really want to. Let's see. So, move it. I mean, that looks destroyed, but I think I can hide that easily now somehow.
You're really taking this with stride. I'm really impressed. It's getting on quite well.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in the stream knows how like broken this is now, so don't tell anyone on YouTube. Thank you.
Yeah, just cut this whole part out.
I mean, that is not too bad. Like seriously, it's not terrible.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it's kind of clipping on the tram tracks there, but I think I can get that fixed. Actually, let's try to fix it. So which one? So it's this one. I shouldn't have moved the original one. I guess I can just place another one. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one was clinic, right? Yeah. So Shift P. And let's get this aligned as best as possible with this. You can't do Control Z, apparently. I mean, not apparently. I've been told that that's not allowed. Because that would have been really handy.
That would have been handy.
Okay.
I mean, the game doesn't have a Control Z. Why would move it?
Yeah.
Or PO. Ugh.
Yeah, PO. It's so they're very similar. That's why it's kind of hard to or easy to confuse them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's see if somehow I can just select all of these nodes and maybe can you rotate them or only move them?
You can't rotate you can't rotate in edit mode.
Okay.
That would be really, really good, but you can't.
All right. So since I can't do that, let me just select those nodes and maybe slowly push them like in there. Oh, keep hitting my mic.
That's fine.
Something like that may work. The roof is a mess. Oh my god, yeah. So the cool thing is that I think we can just lower all of this, right? And just put like a flat roof and call it a day. So let's go edit. maybe do this. Oh, wow. No, I need to go page down. Oh, the fact that it doesn't have undo is really something. Okay. So that looks like a mess. But it's better, I think. So if I grab like ploppable asphalt, like just cover this, can I get away with not tinkering with this further?
I think you can get over. You might want to lower the roof on all of the buildings, because I think it's gonna clip through.
Oh, okay, I see. Also, I should probably use the.
Yeah, totally possible.
Okay, all of the roofs.
Oh yeah, now you're gonna PO some surface.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but then you said that one is kind of tricky, so maybe not. Maybe I should.
No, I mean, no, like you're that's probably the most one that I like PO the most. So I do it. Go for it.
Okay.
Try it.
So, but first you're saying that I should bring all these roofs down so that they're matching.
Yeah, make sure that you have like a surface. I guess you can always do that later when you see that they're clipping through the top of the PO or for the top of the pavement. But
hang on, I think I want to start over on this because now I'm getting a much better grasp on how this works. So let me do this right, or at least slightly better. It's going to be a lot of trial and error here. So clinic, let's put that back in place. Shift B. So now it's a PO object. Let's place it right on the corner. Actually, let's go page down so that it matches the height of the road. Okay, cool. So the first thing that I want to do is probably lower the top part, right? That might be the easiest thing.
Try to grab only the roof and not like the white siding of it, just the roof.
Oh,
try to find where those nodes are.
Okay, I think I missed one. No, I'm selecting a whole bunch of other crap. Hang on. So you're saying the walls, no, just like the TP top of the roof, not the walls. Like that.
Oh, you're lowering like the sort of the extension thing, the stair.
Yeah, just to make it easy, but I don't know. Like, is that what you're?
No, yeah, I'd remove that completely. Just lower it completely into the building.
Okay, great.
If anything, maybe even past the building into the ground, so that's like completely gone.
Okay.
Because you're gonna cover the top anyway, right? And then you have less nodes that are in the way.
Okay, I end up with a couple there that are still.
Oh yeah, looks good.
That looks good, but there's still like a few that are showing. So let's select all of these, bring them down. Okay, so now I have a perfectly flat roof for this thing. That's pretty good, actually. Okay, so what we want to do next is copy this, right? So we copy that. Yes. Control V to paste. Let's align this somehow. Okay, and this is basically what I want to do next is move this into itself.
I don't even have to give any tips now. You're just on a roll.
I know, yeah. I'm trying. I mean, please stop me at any time when no, you see that I.
You're doing well, my dear Padawan.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right. So if I do this, so you basically do this like if you want to narrow a thing. Oh my God, I really dislike that. Okay, let's delete this.
You should be able to click drag back if you do that by accident.
Yeah.
Unless you hit left button and deselect them, you should be able to move them back. It's not going to be 100% straight anymore, but you'll probably be able to match it up pretty well. Pretty okay.
Let's try that again.
But yeah, that'll happen. Oh, another thing with that, if you were in edit mode and you've got a couple nodes selected and you swap the tool, maybe, I don't know, hotkey it open, and you start dragging another building around, you haven't actually deselected the node, so you might accidentally keep dragging the building and glitch it a little bit. So be careful. As soon as you want to stop editing a building to do something else, hit the back button, because otherwise you might accidentally drag something and make stuff weird.
Yeah, that's literally what I just did. I think that worked.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have a narrow version of the same facade. It's still kind of glitchy-ish, but it looks
cool.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Let me go back and maybe
I'm really happy that you're doing this with Armresto's buildings, because he loves when people PO his stuff.
Are
He
you being
loves
sarcastic
it.
or he actually does?
So sarcastic. He gets so angry. It's fantastic. Keep going, please.
Sorry, Ernesto.
Not sorry. Not at all. Sorry.
I'm
You
like
deserve this.
30% sorry. Like I feel his pain. Like when I put a lot of work and effort into doing something, and then someone else comes in and like makes a mess of it. Like I feel your pain,
that's
man.
basically what we're doing right now.
So I think this one I may want to rotate it a bit so that it actually matches the same angle. And yeah, the roads are kind of at a weird angle here anyways, but it's fine. Cool. All right, so I think what I want to do next is copy this one, perhaps. Rotate it. Oh, I got that extra fence. Let's get rid of that. The cool thing is that when you're in this like edit mode thing, it doesn't really matter what's around it. It's like isolating objects. Okay, there we go. That's something. So back.
Oh, that's a nice gate.
It is a nice gate, except I totally deleted it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I saw it just as you were deleting it. But I might PO that building just to get that gate. That's when you know that you're getting real with the PO, when you suddenly start removing entire buildings just to get at like a fence or a gate or shit, I really like this roof.
Oh, you're like
So
abstracting
you
like tiny elements
yeah.
of a building. Yeah.
When you become like the in-game architect because you just made a building out of 5 other buildings just by stealing their tiny pieces. Yeah, like I PO'd like a giant, like one of the water park building thingies just to get at the slide to put it.
Well, I mean, you are a little bit insane, so you know, I don't. I mean, it's fine that you are, but you might need some help.
PO anonymous.
Yes, basically, yeah. We should do a live intervention on Twitch.
Oh no! Then why are we doing this?
Well, we're
like
gonna need one for me at some point.
Oh, okay, yeah. You just want to be a part of the intervention.
Pretty much, yeah. So, I don't know. Let's see if there's a way to like actually get this texture to not look super wonky. I guess the one thing that I could do is move some of these nodes. Oh yeah, I can. Oh, dude. Yes, this is so cool.
You see what you've been missing for so long now?
Yeah, the problem is like I will never. Okay, so everyone watching this, forget about Night Owl episodes like weekly. This is just gonna be
monthly. Or no, you should do still weekly, but it's like you just made like one building.
One building, yeah.
Like my streams. Oh shit, you streamed for 8 hours? Oh, what did you do? One building? Great. Great.
Okay, so I don't want to be like you.
My heart hurts.
But I see no other choice at this point. So you're saying that I should give the ploppable surface a try for the roof, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So
I think that's a pretty cool, a good shape to stick because they've got a lot of 90-degree corners and 2 pretty even circles. That'll be good.
Well, let's give it a shot. I think I'm gonna use ploppable pavement, maybe. I don't know what's a better roof, ploppable pavement or asphalt.
I don't know. I mean, as if any surface, I don't know if you want to keep the pavement texture, but you can put a decal on top of it.
Yeah. That works exactly the same. If you actually
yeah.
Okay.
You can PO a surface and still put a decal on top.
Okay, convert to PO.
It'll still show up.
So let's bring this up. All right. So I think I want to try to cover most of. Like I want to keep the outer ring of the walls, but probably not the middle ones. So it might have to be a couple steps, right, to get it to.
Yeah, I'd say the roof that you're making now is probably probably 4 actual different PO surfaces.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd fill the circles, like the curved corners are probably going to be 2 circles, like those circle POs or circle surfaces, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably put them there and then try just to fill the rest of the roof.
Okay.
For surfaces, I'd probably use arrow keys.
Yeah, that's what I'm using because otherwise it's like really, really difficult. Okay, so let's see. I might be able to get away with 2. honestly.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Skeptic,
you're the
but,
expert,
I mean,
so.
go for it.
Oh man,
I
it's...
say 4. We'll see who right.
How the hell do I get this to look right? So if I want to go up, well, it's also not following my camera, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
Okay, that...
Sometimes you can rotate your camera to get it to sort of follow arrow key directions, because it like establishes one direction and then you can't change it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a little bit difficult.
Well, it's auto-saving
Circuses
right now.
are annoying because they are so weirdly guided by the...
It's probably
direction.
Ronnick's fault. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let's blame Ronnie.
Cool. Okay, so I managed to get that looking okay. I guess I can just use a triangle now, right? Ish, perhaps?
Yeah. I don't think there's a triangle that's that size. Maybe you can still use the square one and then just make it into a triangle.
Yeah, or I can just do 2 squares and call it a day.
Yes. Or that.
Oh, it's so difficult because it's like the opposite of what I want to do. But
at least everything else is simple, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, if everything was like this, oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, I want to get rid of this. Okay, so let's exit out of that. Edit this building real quick. I want to get rid of the fence because it's kind of pointing an angle that I don't care for. Move that. Oh, yeah, I don't know why, like, select is right click. It should be like left click to marquee select things. Like,
yep.
Move it.
It's the complete opposite of move it.
Okay.
Which is great.
And now I'm just messing up with the...
Should we change move it or should we change PO? Oh,
we should change PO. Sorry, Simon.
You're right. You're right.
Okay, cool. So I think it's just muscle memory from other 3D editing software, not just Move It. What I'm suffering.
Yeah, I'm used to it at this point, but
I'm sure I can get used to it too, for sure. Okay. So wait, let's edit this one as well and try to like lower all of these things so that they don't clip through. There we go. I might keep some of these like walls in the middle just for good measure. I'm not sure about the sloped roof. So wait, let's go pick up the... What's the surface here? It's kind of hard to see which one is which. It's not that one. I think it's this one, right? Move to... Okay, it like hides it. I guess something like that. There we go. This one's kind of messy. Might be able to fix that. So we're going to copy this and paste it. No, this is the wrong thing. How do you like unselect the thing you're copying? You can't, right?
Oh, no, you have to paste it and then delete it.
Okay. So I guess I need to do this.
Yeah, just select, hit delete. Easy peasy.
Cool. It's kind of hard finding the one that you're interested in now. I'm guessing it's this one. Yeah, copy, paste. And you said press H to keep the line heights. Yeah, there we go. Great. So I can go edit. Let's see if I can somehow get this to be in the right place.
If you post a picture of your progress with this, be sure to tag Armrest. He needs to be
notified.
Aware of this, yeah.
Okay, so with shift is smaller increments, which is good. There's a lot of people that were very upset that I'm jumping into PO.
I saw that. People got it's like a gang war, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a little bit extreme, but whatever.
We'll see how this escalates. It's not gonna be pretty, people. It's just there's just gonna be blood on the road networks.
PDXCon is just gonna be one big battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So we're getting somewhere. It's been like a 3-hour building, but it's fine. It's getting
I mean,
there.
it's been 3 hours.
No, I'm kidding. I'm exaggerating. It's been 2 hours since we started.
For a
this.
second, I actually thought it'd be like 3 hours. Like we've been here for 3 hours. I get lost. Time escapes.
It sure does. And it's also like when I'm streaming and there's someone else in the chat or like on my earpiece, time goes even faster. So that doesn't help, I guess. I want to be able to edit this building so that I can maybe get all of these nodes to not be here. Let's see. Did that? Yeah, that made a mess. I guess that was already a mess. So select less things. Sorry, Ernesto, I'm really butchering your thing.
It's fine.
Oh, that's actually what was that voice?
It's just my deepest voice. Don't worry about it.
Should use that one more often.
Yeah.
Just establish dominance.
Oh no, he's figured it out. Abort.
Okay, so there's some kind of node here that's causing, like, how do I?
It's not my real cute voice. That's my real voice. Shh.
I'm not entirely sure how to fix this at this point. I guess I can just maybe select these two. Oh yeah, I can do that. Oh, I see. This is so much easier when you like hold shift and
Yeah, because all the nodes disappear as well.
yeah. Like texture is still kind of crazy there, but it doesn't look super bad. So I think what I want to do next is grab, is this what I want to do? Edit. Nope, that's the building. I want to move, I guess I can use move it for this. Screw it.
Screw it.
Let's go PO. And bring this
If you
up.
ever find that when you start selecting, or if you ever find that you're experiencing a lot of lag.
Yeah.
When I had you edit options in settings for Move It, I had you select the just being able to select all PO objects. When you start getting like ranking up, like leveling up your PO game and having more PO assets in your city, having that option enabled or disabled might cause a little bit of lag. Because they're all selectable. But I don't think that's going to be a problem for like a long time. But just keep that in mind if it ever like suddenly starts getting a little bit laggier.
But why would that be? Is it because like are you thinking like if I do marquee selections or just in general it slows down the game because it's looking for
it just this is actually a funny story. For Cuboid, when he tested that option, for him it made the game really, really laggy. That's why it is an option. But for me, I see no effect. I don't know if that is because of our hardware differences or whatever, but for him it really likes the game to have that on. But for me, I barely notice it. So, but it could still, for you, I don't know why our games are so different, but it might be that for you. I just want, it's not going to be a thing for a while.
It's just like an FYI is what you're saying.
Yeah, just an FYI. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So having this building right here, the one thing that I would have to do next is literally just get a proper hospital dummy building to make it work.
I sent you a link on Discord.
Okay,
to
great.
They're by Ninja Noob Slayer.
So is this a whole collection? Here, I'll bring it up on the screen so that everyone can see it.
I think there's a collection. I sent you just one. A link to one of them.
Invisible one.
There is a collection.
One spawn point variety pack. Okay, so this is what, everything? Ambulance?
Yeah,
bus?
that's the you get hospitals, fire stations, just all services. There's also another one for there are schools and that sort of stuff.
I see.
Let me send you a collection of that as well, called Invisible Services. I guess this one was included in it. I guess this one could be a little bit better. I sent you another link.
But is it okay? So it's like 100% invisible. It's not even like even like a visible asset. Yeah. Okay.
No, there's nothing. Nothing at all. So you can just have those, just like sort of move it into the building,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll still sort of work as intended.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to download a few of those. Is it so? Does it work for crematorians too? Yeah. Is that what you?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
There should be a crematorium in there somewhere.
All right. In the meantime, I'm just gonna grab this crematorium and move it in there, because why not? So now the issue is that this building is a little bit too tall. So I guess the only option that I have at this point is to... Oh, wait, I might be able to raise this. No. I might have to raise the road instead. Just so there's no gap underneath. There we go. Something like that. Oh, and this is like clipping the crematorium inside. Okay, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Would you do, what kind of treatment would you, I mean, how often do you actually edit a building to this, in this way, and you end up with like a completely flat surface like this one, for example? Like, what do you usually do in cases like this?
It is always easier to just make it a flat surface roof.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, duh. But if you have this, like, you can always minutely detail it so that the roof would look like it is one roof.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean like
that is...
adding props or decals, like AC equipment.
Oh yeah,
stuff
like
that.
if I made a flat roof, that I'd probably add decals and stuff to it.
Yeah, because it looks kind of plain otherwise. So you're saying so decals work exactly the same way as any other.
Yeah, you just have to raise them up to that height. They won't snap to it because it's no longer a building.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have to raise it up because PO it'll just fall straight through even with prop snapping.
Oh, I see. So can I use Move It for this, or do I absolutely have to use? Okay.
You can just move it. Probably easier.
Also, I noticed recently, this is like unrelated, but when I'm placing buildings or decals or props or things like that, it kind of resets the floor, like the texture for like Surface Painter. Did you notice that too?
Oh no, because I have mods that remove that coloring.
What do you mean?
I don't have.
You don't have Surface Painter?
Oh no! Oh, for Surface Painter.
No, I don't know. Like I literally I just placed a decal here, and it like
yeah, but wasn't that just
ruined.
it was ruined because it's a prop?
Oh, I see. I thought it was a decal. This thing.
Yeah, no, I think that's just because it's a prop. Okay. If you have hide it, there's an option in hide it to remove the
Oh, I see. Yeah, a regular decal doesn't actually do that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we have those there, and I guess the next thing will be to add some, I don't know, air conditioning vents of some kind. Let's put all these here. Why not? The ones that have animation, if I convert them into PO, they'll probably lose their animations, right? Yeah, they're straight up invisible. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the vanilla things will just poof, but
that's good enough. All right, so I can bring that up there. It's obviously not the prettiest roof I've ever done, but it will do. Was that a hiccup?
Sorry, yeah.
That's okay.
I've been eating chocolate. It happens.
Is it like super cold where you are right now?
Nah, I mean, it's not freezing. It was snowing on Monday.
It was snowing here on Monday. It never snows here on Monday.
Wait,
like
on
ever. Not just
That's
on Mondays,
cool, yeah.
just in general.
Oh.
Mondays is forbidden. We don't. No,
It doesn't
seriously,
snow.
it
Never
actually
snowed
snowed in like several neighborhoods in LA. It had last time that happened was like 1930 or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
It's fun. Taser went to LA and then he gets snow.
I'm actually meeting Taser and Press in a couple hours.
Oh my god, sneak a picture.
I don't know if they will let me.
Face reveal? Face reveal?
They'd probably be very upset if I did that.
They would be.
But I'll tell you if they're humans or robots. I might be able to tell you
yeah,
that.
that's a good one. Yeah, I think you can share that. I don't think they'd be mad about that. Or maybe they would. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Taking over the world.
If they're mean
And
robots, yeah, they'll
exposed,
probably be upset. Okay, so we have some roofs, and we have some decals. You know what this means? This.
It's a building.
It's a building.
Jeez, look at that.
I want to add maybe just this I know I'm like overdoing this. Like I would probably not go to this level of detail on a building like this, but since we're trying new things, why not?
This is gonna be your new normal. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, don't say that.
Oh yes.
How do I select this thing? Okay. Oh, so I see. So ploppable, procedural objects stays with those like selection markers, even if move it is not selecting them.
There is an option right next to the one that you disabled before to move that.
Mm-hmm.
I just figured that for now, it didn't matter that much.
Yeah. I usually don't mind, or at least so far I don't mind, but we'll see.
If you ever decide to not have them, it's just the option right below it.
Cool. Okay, so that looks pretty detailed. Oh, I hate using Surface Painter on these kind of networks. That's okay. We'll get rid of that. Like so. Great. So we have the crematorium. We just need to get the dummy hospital to get this fixed. Cool. You obviously can't edit networks, I'm guessing, right?
No.
No networks. Okay.
Only ploppable things that don't follow terrain. And some vanilla things.
Some vanilla things. Actually, the one thing that I wanted to try is, for example, this park right here. I just remember it because it looks kind of crazy, but let's see if we can... I wonder if I can convert it to PO, maybe? Like, I think it's like a playground. I want to see how much I can customize this thing.
No, another thing. When you if the building has a sub-building...
Yeah.
Only none of the sub-buildings will show up in the PO. So if you have like a really, really big building and it has sub-buildings...
Like a train station kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll only like give you a piece of it. The thing that isn't...
the main building, but not the sub-buildings.
All those parks are... Those are just props. So that won't work.
What do you mean they're props?
The Dekaza park packies, all of the actual things in the park are props, so you can't PO it. So
you can't PO props individually, but not as part of a building.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. Autosave is freezing my game right now.
Feel your pain.
Yeah. It's usually like slow the first time, then it's just a little bit faster. But maybe with PO now it's just like struggling more. I don't know.
It does save it onto save. The PO stuff. So I mean, I doubt that you'll notice it.
No, I don't think I will. Yeah, I mean it's slow as it usually is. So I didn't notice anything particularly extra slow about it. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else we can do. Here's something that I want to start working on at some point, but I don't know if I have the assets for it. I want to start working on a marina, and I might want to use some like sort of catwalk props into the water. Yeah. So I think PO would be great for that.
I actually did that recently. I guess I can show you what I did actually.
Yeah. How can we do that?
If you just open my stream, I guess.
All right, I will open your stream.
Oh wow.
There we go. All right.
Do you mean like?
Yeah, that is what I mean.
Sorta what you mean.
Yep.
So yeah, all of this is PO. All of the catwalks are PO.
Yeah. So why don't we do this? Why don't you like copy all that, send it to me, and then I'll paste it, and then I just made a video for free.
I mean, shit. Okay. All right.
That actually looks great. So yeah, walk me through everything that you did there. I think that will be really useful.
So these are just plain right up, just made into PO. I think I elongated the legs a little bit. I think I made the legs like a lot longer.
First of all, what prop is that?
Mick Crosshill. He's the dude that made all the boats.
Okay.
He has like a set of. I just angled my camera so that I'm looking towards the majority of my city. Just give my save like a hot second. But he made like a collection of docks and boats and all of the things.
Okay.
All of the things.
These are like floating props or like straight up?
No, they're
fixed?
buildings. They're buildings.
Okay.
So they're fixed. So you can PO them. The floating ones won't appear. I tried. I tried.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because like if the ones that don't have any, the ones that have animations or the ones that are float, or probably have like weird shaders that PO doesn't support.
Exactly. So I couldn't PO a boat, for example, because it flows. And then over here, like I wanted like a little bit of a raise, like a ramp onto it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also an edited dock. But I literally just the same thing that we've been doing now for a while. I shrunk it up into itself. So if I look at this pole, you can see that there's actually 4 poles inside of here. I could have made this a lot prettier. You see all the Z fighting and whatever.
Yeah.
But
It's so subtle, yeah. Only when you zoom in super
literally shrunk
close.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't tell.
Yeah.
And then I raised it up. I also all of them also had this built-in these props right here, and I removed them from the majority of the docks. I left them in a couple places, but I removed them from the majority of them.
That's a nice shoreline. What do you have there? So you have some surface docks and a road underneath. Is that what you have?
Yeah,
These are
yeah,
electronics.
Yeah.
I see. Cool. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, besides stretching the legs of those,
there's not that much editing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like you're just using props in general for the most part.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
definitely
The most case of like extreme POing. I showed a picture of this on Twitter, but I like the entirety of the Star Fort is basically PO.
Well, I mean that makes sense, right? Because it has a very odd shape. What about
these are like actual pre-built pieces. I just covered it all with grass.
Oh,
so all of
see.
all of this are tiny little pieces of ploppable grass. So
holy crap.
I just made all of that.
And you made all of that with the thing that makes it all go in reverse. That's like impressive.
Yeah.
Holy crap. And what do you have there? Do you have like hidden pedestrian paths, or is that part of the asset of the fort?
No,
because
these
I see
are
people
like
walking.
actual pedestrian paths. Yeah,
Okay.
they're actual paths. So I did raise the terrain, so it's not like there is ground on there, but they do walk in and out. And I made it into a park, so I'm making so much moolah from this. Whoa, like an actual park. Oh,
nice.
So good.
Yeah,
I like it.
That looks epic. I wanted to ask you, can you go back to the little shoreline,
yes.
To the marina part? So you have those. It's gonna take a second to catch up. By the way, this is like a very delayed video feed that I'm getting all the way from Sweden via satellite. So those breakwaters, those are from Ronix too. Would you consider, for example, bridging the tiny gap when they're like meeting at an angle? Would you consider using PO?
Bridging that?
Yeah.
I was looking at a bunch of pictures of breakwaters, and apparently they don't do that.
Oh, okay.
But you could. Like really easily do that. I think I do. Yeah. Oh yeah, they are PO.
Oh, they're already PO.
Yeah. Of course.
That's
awesome.
I
don't count them as a prop.
Is that marina actually functional? Is that boat actually coming out of it? No.
No.
Okay.
It's a prop. I was thinking about putting a ferry in there, but then there aren't really that many. There isn't like there are a bunch of really cool like ferry vehicles on the workshop, but there wasn't one that I could get to fit.
Yeah, I guess it might be too big for that.
Yeah. They were all a little bit too big.
Is a custom ferry thing that you did in this project, or was it in a different one?
Yeah, no, it's in here.
Can you show the rest of the class what you did?
I haven't started a new project. Come on. All right, yeah, let's go over there.
I don't know. I don't remember when. No, we talked about this like back in September. I think is when you sent me the actual file.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so everyone on my stream, check this out. It's pretty epic stuff what she did here.
Hold up, chugging along. You think you have bad FPS, man? You think? I
mean, I have bad FPS. You have way worse FPS.
Oh, I think
but mine is not good. That doesn't make that mine good.
I think my game just auto-saved.
Oh.
I can't tell because I'm in cinematic mode.
So how many hours did you actually logged into cities so far?
9,200 at this point.
That is insane. Says the guy with like almost 3,000 hours.
I mean, 3,000 is a lot. But...
Well, yeah, it's a third of less than 3,000. But it's a third of what you have. Yeah.
Yeah, this is really great. This is what you came for, right? PowerPoint presentation of my map.
It's a very, very good slideshow. I mean, this is a nice screenshot already, so.
Yeah. I've seen better. I'm also getting like a ton of LOD glitches on all my. Don't install too many networks, kids.
How many assets did you say you had when we started the stream?
Um,
So just so that everyone
Set-
knows, he just told me like right before we started the stream that it takes literally like 60 or so minutes to load the save game.
64 and a half.
64 and a half.
There you
And you thought your city had problems.
go. I have 17,604 assets. Last I checked.
That is crazy.
We're good. Okay, moving right on. All right, here it is. I don't. Sometimes they decide to not drive into the boat, so we might not get any actual boat action. But
Okay.
I don't know why, but sometimes the outside connection just doesn't actually require any buses or any vehicles. But yeah.
Okay, so walk me through what you did here. So you have a prop of a boat, right? It's not like a real boat.
Yes. It's actually a building, I think. But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can open it. I don't know which note it is. Oh, it's that one. I grabbed like the entire tail end of it and just squished it.
Uh-huh.
Since you can't delete, you can see the remnants of that like here. Like the textures just stretched in a really weird way that I can't fix.
Mm-hmm.
And like this fence here is a little bit elongated. I guess I could fix that actually.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you didn't point that out to me, it would like I would have never noticed. Now everyone knows.
Yeah. Oh no, my secrets are all exposed.
Pretty much.
But yeah, this is the boat. There's like a bunch of stuff that I pushed into the ground. Like all of these notes down here, there were what are they called? Like emergency boats, escape pods, escape boats.
Yeah.
And I like removed them, detached them because they weren't actually attached with like to the building, so I could just grab them.
Oh, it was like
and then,
easier to like select them.
completely just remove them.
Yeah.
And then these like these back chimneys are actually two completely separate boat POs.
Mm-hmm.
So I deleted the whole boat and put it and like just kept the chimney, basically.
I see. Wow.
So if you zoom in somewhere, I don't know where I put it, but somewhere here there's like a tiny little ball made out of all of the verticals that are this boat. Just a tiny little cube.
I see. And so the way this works is you actually have a road underground that connects to the edge of the map.
You can sort of see it. You can see it.
Yeah, I'm probably looking at something else here, but
Here it is. Oh, Jesus.
okay.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, this is a functioning, for those of you just like watching this on my stream, have no idea what we're doing. This is an actual functioning ferry where trucks drive into and exit the city. So it looks like it's a real boat carrying freaking trucks.
I just wish it would work today. We'll see. Let's see if there are any cars. Some, like, honestly, like, some
I mean, those are,
loads
you're saying most of those are
cars.
props, of course, like fixed props, but.
Yeah, no, there aren't any trucks going onto there at all, but some loads it works. You know, stop by tomorrow and it might work, but not today.
How many exits out of the city do you have in general?
I don't know. I don't know.
Many is, I'm guessing.
A lot. Many.
Okay.
I think I have, I call those rabbit hole exits because that's what they are, basically. I think I have at least like 10 of them, some scattered around my city. We could look at the IKEA always
Wait,
works.
don't go far. I had one more question about that thing.
Oh, shit. Back to the boat.
Back to the boat. I was curious about the roads because you have the roads kind of like sloping up. And I don't know if that's actually a prop or that's a road that you just like made.
Oh, like the ramp thing?
Yeah. Like how the hell did you make that?
So if you use Ronnie's highway pack, like he made the Shudo Express, like the
Japanese
highway pack.
Yeah.
The Japanese highway roads.
Yes.
They don't actually, you know how most roads they like end in that half circle node thing?
Yes.
His don't. So the cars don't actually drive on that at all, though. I just use that as sort of a base to get the railing and the bottom part and the thickness and that. And then I dragged an invisible road, sort of like just on top.
Invisible roads. I see.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so like now it all looks like crap compared to this. Holy crap! I need to step up my game.
But you can.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this stream down. Enough of this. Just put him into
there.
shame.
And there, you can sort of see it like.
No, yeah, no, I
visible
can. Oh my god, that is
Yeah.
insane. When you selected all
but
those
a
nodes.
lot of these are just old roads that before we had the terraform network, I just put like zonable pavement.
I see. If you had to do this now, it will be a little bit easier. Like if you had to do it again.
Yeah. I mean, I guess just in that sense that I wouldn't use pavement roads and I'd use terraform roads. Then yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, you can show me the IKEA now.
Now we can go to IKEA. The thing that I'm the most proud about in my city.
I actually need to.
Represent.
I've been asked to add a row of big, grocery stores and IKEAs and stuff like that.
You gotta get in on this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna steal some ideas from this.
But this is the same sort of rabbit hole idea. So we've got actually two ISO connections, one that goes out and one that goes in. So that we have one road that feeds cars out, and then one road that like eats cars.
Oh, very
and then,
cool. Wait, is that a functioning ramp like an actual prop that has cars running, or you actually tweaked it?
There is a Japanese shopping mall that has this as a part of it. So I PO'd it and just kept this. All the rest of the shopping mall is in there somewhere in a tiny little bowl.
Okay, so but the way you got it to work was with invisible roads.
Yes.
Is everyone looking at this I'm like, this is insane. Like I'm seeing the comments on the chat too. Like, holy crap. Because like I would expect this to be like a thing that you plow that has cars running with it, like, and that's fine. But no, this is actually part of another building, and you made it to work. See, my imagination doesn't go this far.
You gotta figure out new ways to use the tools that you have, right?
Yes, I mean I feel like I do that all the time, but this is like next level.
Yeah, I also added an entirely new floor to the IKEA with PO, so. The IKEA itself has sub buildings in it, so if you PO it, you only get this sort of yellow front. So I think there's 3 parts. There's like one part here, and then one part on the other side, and then this. And then I added like the restaurant area has an outdoor seating.
Nice.
It's really, you can do everything with PO.
No, I can tell. Yeah. Holy, is this is it the same IKEA asset, or did you actually grab like multiple different IKEA assets and made them into one?
No, it's the same. It's the one IKEA, just copied. With PO.
Very impressive.
I don't know what. Yeah.
What's your most so far the belt that's your favorite that you've PO'd or not even?
I think it's gotta be the IKEA, but oh no, I know my favorite, like that's 100% PO is probably this. God, my road LEDs are terrible today, but I made this skate park.
It looks kind of pixelated, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, thank God! Don't look at it.
I'm trying really hard to see what you mean now.
I made this skate park, and it took so long.
Oh, I was on the stream when you did that, actually.
Yeah. Verticals on one of these pieces. Oh, I'm just listening to Peter. That. The verticals on one of these just the worst. Here's like, there's so many. And then you have to align them with the piece next to it, and it always ends up looking a little bit wonky, and then you gotta go back in and edit it.
Wait, so each of these tiles are like actually... I don't know. I can't even imagine what the original piece is. Was it actually a skate park, or you just...
Yeah, no, the original piece is this. It's just this ramp.
Okay.
This ramp right
I
here.
see. And the floor tiles are... Do you flatten them out? Or that's something else?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the top. I've covered the top with ploppable pavement, but in reality, it looks like this.
I see. Wow.
And then all of these black strips right here are also individual POs because it's the top of it. So I made like a line because it just looked too flat, and then I added joints.
This is insane.
Yeah, this is probably like the PO thing, because it's 100% PO, right? Like the IKEA is still like a functioning IKEA.
Yeah.
But this is.
And you put some like PPGs on top of it so that you get people spawning.
Yeah, so we got people walk-ins.
What? How long did this take?
Like 3 days.
Wow. Wow.
I put on a good podcast, and then I'm just like in the flow. You know, you gotta. Yeah.
How much do you actually get done on streams? Because I feel like whenever I stream, like I can do like high level detail work, but whenever I really want to get something done, I need to like go into solo mode.
I guess it depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm super into it, I'll ignore chat, like unintentionally, but I will. But it's definitely not as much as I could do, like if I'm by myself. Like another thing that I think I did this almost completely off stream. I did the embankment, like on the highway.
By the way, you have the backwards arrows on that roundabout on the bottom of the screen.
Oh no, it's fine.
There's a version of that actually points the right way. Apparently, I just realized that now. I mean, like a couple weeks ago. So you might want to try that. Anyways, sorry, you were saying.
Embankments.
Yeah, show me the embankment.
Embankment. So it's the entirety of this, right? But it starts with a piece that looks like this.
Okay, well, it's not
tiny little.
It's not showing up on
square.
my.
I'm gonna explain, and then you'll see it in like 2 seconds.
Yes,
and
it will be delayed.
Like this. And then I'll show how many verticals. You gotta just minutely edit all of them, just like a little bit.
Oh, you're talking about that raised bridge and all the cars parked underneath? Wow. That looks nice. That looks very cool.
So it's just all of it. And of course, when I made the highway, I didn't make it perfectly straight. So I had to like angle the embankment as I was going so that it follows it. And
each
then, like,
arch is its own separate PO, right? Like building, like cluster? Okay.
Each arch is one separate PO.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go like very, very tiny with your arches or like giant.
Wow, and you're following the contour of that freeway. This is also Ronix's Japanese freeways. Yeah, they're really narrow.
They're just so sleek. They're so.
I know. Yeah, I need to play with those a bit more.
And
The problem is they look a bit too Japanese.
Yeah, they.
The road markings.
Duh.
Yeah.
He did what he set out to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go crazy with it.
Okay, but now I feel terrible. Great.
It's gonna go great. It's gonna be amazing. I'm very excited to see your PO journey.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it slow for sure. I think the main thing that I need to do now is try to find my map theme textures and import them to a folder, because that's the one thing that I was looking forward to the most in terms of using PO, addressing high differences.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is certainly giving me a lot to think about. Oh man,
I just want to make it look realistic, and PO is such a help in that sense.
How can you tell? So like I just went back to my game here for a second. So I'm trying to like, maybe I could do, I was thinking of using this kind of asset for not necessarily doing the marina style with this, but like use this as, I guess I can just do that.
Oh, that's what I used. That's the thing that I used for my marina. There's like a 4x4 version of that. That's a little bit bigger, but that's what I used. That's exactly the piece.
But this is a vanilla thing. You said it was a custom by someone.
Oh, like I used the 2 parts actually. Like I put stores and stuff on that. But then I used the Ronnie dock as like the actual.
Oh, you're meaning you use this as part of the marina, but not the actual like walkway in between the boats.
Yeah. I
see.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I literally just stretched this, and I'm already thinking of all the things that I can do with this. Holy crap! Oh man.
So much.
I know. Yeah.
But I love POing that.
Yeah, I mean, these kinds of plain buildings seems like it's like
easy.
the best. Of the best. If I want to delete this, I guess I have to use either move it or manually. Oh, I guess move it doesn't delete it. Okay.
Oh, you should be able to delete it.
Nope, not working.
Oh, you don't have PO selected.
No, I know.
You don't have PO selected.
Yeah, I was trying to like delete it with move it. That's what I was saying. But okay, yeah, I guess I can delete it with this.
Got it.
Cool. Let's see. Do we have questions from chat? Because I feel like we've been talking with one another.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, as long as it's been fun. I mean, I had a ton of questions, but I'm sure there's more that we can answer to the lovely people watching us on the stream. So, by the way, in the meantime, I also want to remind everyone to go follow Maddie. You can use !leader, and it will give you a link to her channel, your Twitch channel. That is, you can actually follow her crazy journey on that insane city that we just looked at. And if you want to watch both of our streams, because we're both live right now, you can use multi, and it will give you a link. So if you have enough bandwidth, you can watch both of us.
Watch both.
Don't follow Maddie. No, follow. She has a scary face transition. You actually have a scary face transition.
Oh, you didn't see it. Don't worry about it. You don't have my stream open.
I do have your stream open, except it's minimized behind my game, but. Here, okay, we can do it now. Or not. I don't know how long it will take.
All right, I'm done.
Is that a stinger?
Wait.
Oh,
there it is.
It is pretty scary.
Sorry.
So yeah, if you have a couple more questions about PO, if you have doubts, this will be the time to ask them. Qboy says you can delete it and move it. It wasn't selected because you had a PO filter unselected. Really?
Yeah, in Marquee Tool you didn't have it selected.
Okay, let's try that again. So click to place. Oh, I see. See, I'm kind of a noob when it comes to move it.
So, I mean, this is the first time you're using PO.
And move it,
I am
apparently.
Pretty impressed by.
How long did it take for you to actually get the hang of it? Like whenever did you like immediately jumped into it when it came out, or were you hesitant?
I mean, I didn't have a helper or a teacher, a tutorer. But I don't know. It is pretty intuitive, I'd say.
Yeah, once you get the hang of it.
Depends on how much you play around with it, but yeah.
I was actually really scared when I saw like all these like nodes and everything else, and I was like watching Noguchi's videos, and he's just like next level stuff. Oh my god!
But Cities is one of those games that you can make it as complicated as you want. Like you don't have to. Mm-hmm. You don't have to make like. Have you seen what Dexter is doing? Like he's making an entire world with. Like he doesn't actually use network roads. He only lays ploppable, PO'd asphalt and then draws lines on it.
Wow.
And invisible roads.
Invisible roads. Yeah, yeah.
It's just the most insane. It's crazy. Like you can make it as complicated as you want, or you can just like PO a building to make it a little bit smaller. You know.
Yeah, definitely send me a link to that. I want to check it out because that sounds. I mean, I'm definitely not going to do that. I can tell you that right now. This is not going to be one of those channels. But holy crap.
Yeah.
How many assets do I use in Nidal? I have no idea. I can show you what's on the screen right now. I think I'm not using that many. Maybe like 1,500, less than 2,000 most likely, like actual assets, and then like I don't know, like 30, 40 mods, something like that. Compared to what Maddie is doing.
40 mods?
I think so. Yeah, I can tell you. I actually can give you the list of mods that I'm using right now. It's not that many.
That's so little. How?
I don't need that many mods.
I try cleansing my mod list, and I'm like, oh, I could remove this one, and then it's like just one. Crazy.
Only one you were able to clean. I got rid of network skins recently, and it has improved my performance.
I tried it, but so many lights popped up.
I'm sorry.
I don't want lights.
I exaggerated that. I'm using 81 mods.
81. Okay, see, that seems much more. That seems almost understandable.
Almost, barely understandable. And assets, I don't know.
You don't have network skins.
Well, I mean, someone told me that AVO also caused some performance issues, and I disabled that one, and I saw like no improvement.
Yeah, I did the same. I think you guys were talking about how network skins like improved FPS while I was like away traveling at my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So for like 4 days, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get home, uninstall network skins, get like 30 FPS on my map, uninstall it, nothing, not even noticeable. Like it was.
I noticed I gained like 2 maybe, but with AVO I didn't notice anything. The problem now without network skins is that I have like all of these roads with no trees.
Yeah.
That I have to manually plop.
Like pedestrian paths are my number one would be my number one annoyance. When I was doing like the PDX stream that I did recently, we didn't have network skins, and I tried to like make a plaza with paths like all over it. And there was so many lights. I've forgotten that they had lights.
You're not talking about the build off, right? You're talking about another stream.
No.
Lately?
I did like a stream like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, no, playing with mods. I mean, you saw my stream on the PS4 version. Like,
Yeah.
just the fact that Move It wasn't there was
Yeah.
like unsettling.
But honestly, I think console is a pretty good vanilla experience. I got the console version, and it's like I had a pretty okay time. Not gonna lie.
I think
People give
performance-wise,
console
like
a lot of
vanilla PC version
Yeah.
is still superior. As everything,
yeah, but
of
I think
course.
it's a pretty good I think it's a pretty good vanilla experience.
Yeah, I got used to the controls much more easily than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I guess there's not that many PO questions. Everyone's like super perplexed about how insane everything you did
they're
is.
just all in shock.
Yes, shock and awe.
Get stats about how many people are watching right now. Like 200 people in coma. Symptoms unknown. Cause unknown.
Cause unknown. Well, no, we know the cause. Yeah,
Give them
so
an injection of
Ping the Net says he learned so much. Okay, great. Me too. The whole point of this was to like learn a bit more. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use it, but it's just one more tool that might come in handy on like very specific situations. So like for example, I don't know if I'll do these kinds of like this clinic sort of building that often. I feel like it takes quite a bit of work and it didn't quite looks right.
I think it was a good practice.
It's definitely a good practice run for what you were doing with the marina. I think that's going to be really handy. Actually, I might definitely do that. But yeah, don't expect me to like PO absolutely everything. I don't think I want to go to that level of detail. But it might.
Yet.
I mean, honestly, even with props, there's very little props that I'm using in Nightle. I mean, right now I'm using, let's see, only 5,000, 5,600 actually.
Damn.
To be more specific, it's not that many given the size of the city as it is right now. And I don't want to spoil this part of the city because that's where I worked on. Also, something is weird with my mouse cursor. It's like, what's happening? It's moving on its own.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh my God.
Your game is now haunted.
Yeah, it has become self-aware. Okay, it stopped. Great. Any other remarks that like any other things that I should consider when POing things or just in general?
I mean, I wrote everything that I could think of. I wrote down, but it is the watch out to make sure to hit flows on PO to not accidentally move stuff, and to not scale it up or stretch them too far away from their center to not make them disappear.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to avoid that because you can do that technically with Move It by extending networks.
Yeah.
So and they obviously disappear when you do that. So I know about that, and I figured the PO works exactly the same way, which it does. But yeah, the being careful with when you select the thing and then clicking back to unselect things so that you don't accidentally mess things up is definitely something that I'm gonna need to remember.
You will learn from your mistakes, if anything.
Yeah. They're telling me to fix the fortified walls. The problem with the walls is that there's not so this asset apparently is terraform terrain conforming, right? So I really can't fix it with PO.
Is it? Wait, those are Gecko's medieval walls, aren't they?
Yeah.
They should be POable.
Okay, let's try it. I thought they were terrain conforming.
I think they should. I think I've PO'd them.
Okay, let me try.
But
also, I don't think they match the theme, so I need to find better assets. Honestly, let me.
I wish there were more in the color of the vanilla network one.
Yeah. Let me grab. What is it called? Just wall. Is that what I searched for? Yeah.
You should be able to type Gecko too, because I think.
Click to place. Yeah, no, it's invisible.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, I can see that maybe there's a version that it's not though. Nope.
Maybe it wasn't his walls. I do remember POing a wall, but maybe it wasn't that one. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely gonna need to rework on this whole thing. I wasn't super happy when it, with how it came out, but it's better than nothing. So I'm just gonna keep it as a background thing for now, and once I'm ready to tweak it, I will.
It's an art piece.
Yeah, kinda.
That's
Yeah,
what it is. It's art.
it's art. Yeah, it doesn't have an explanation. You don't have to like it. I just need to
It's art.
provoke a reaction on you, and that's a successful art piece.
Even if that reaction is puking, but it is.
I mean, it's a reaction. Whatever. That's art.
It's
Art doesn't have to be pretty all the time. Just need to
Yeah.
cause some emotion on the subject. Awesome. Oh man, I feel like I might have more questions for you, but nothing I can think of right now.
You'll run into it. Just write it down. Send it.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely bug you on Discord all the time. So yeah, for sure.
I'm up for that.
Cool. All right. I think that's it for me right now. I need to actually go send a message to press and meet for lunch with Taser. So that's gonna be fun.
Oh wow. Yeah. Do remember to take that sneak picture.
I can't promise anything, unfortunately.
No.
But
well.
yeah,
I'll live.
you'll live. I'm sure you'll meet them at some point too, especially if you're all gonna rendezvous at PDXCon this year, if that somehow
Yeah,
happens.
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, thank you very much for all the help, Maddie. Seriously, this has been one of those like, not I was gonna say life-changing moments, but like in the realm of City Skylines, it's a pretty pivotal.
It's pretty life-changing. Yeah.
Moment. Yeah. So once again, I want to remind everyone on my side of the stream to go follow her. You saw the insane city that she was working on. So if you want to continue enjoying that experience, go check out her channel. You can use !leader to get a link to her Twitch account, so you can follow her there.
I'm gonna be streaming for a while longer today.
Okay,
So if
great.
you could just host, I guess.
Yeah, no,
today.
I will definitely host you. You got that right. I'm gonna wrap things up on my end. This whole tutorial, I'm gonna try to edit it maybe, post it on YouTube, probably later this week. I think I'm gonna mute you now, Maddie, so I can talk to my chat for a bit, and then I'll host it so that everyone can join yours.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and have a good rest of your weekend.
Same repetition.
All
Bye.
right. Bye. Okay, so also a quick reminder, everyone who has, by the way, I there's a sub that I totally forgot to call, DJ WNS. I saw the alert, but I was like in the middle of the PO explanation, so I couldn't get to that. Sorry. I hope you're still around. Thank you so much for subscribing. Just want to remind everyone who already subscribed that episode 22 of Night Owl, which is the city that you're seeing right here, in case you don't know what that means, it's out already for patrons and Twitch subscribers as early access. That's eventually is going to hit YouTube probably in the middle of the week, next week, but it is available now if you want to go watch that. For Twitch subscribers, you have to link your Discord account and your Twitch account, and that's how you will be able to access the video. I think that pretty much does it for me. Thank you everyone for watching. Please make sure to go check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/StreetToaster, to go watch the rest of the episodes on the Night Owl series. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/StreetToaster. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.